All right, and we are back with another week of Light of Thylea plays Odyssey of the Dragonlords. It's been a minute since we were live. It's been holiday season, lots of things happening, lots of cool places to go. Personally, I just stayed home, and even that ended up being a whole lot of work instead of an actual break, which, of course. But I'm excited. It's been I was just telling these guys before we went live, it's been a year. It's been a crazy year. It's been a super fun year. And Tyler, you're a sweetheart. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to you six. Um, all of you, one way or another, have been an amazing addition to my life. All the Hedra and all this other stuff, but thank you guys. Um, all the people who have watched us and had fun with us over the past year, and of course all the people in the community as well. You make all of this happen. So thanks. That's it for me. All right. Any fun New Year's resolutions that I totally didn't just spring on you guys with any kind of pre-notice that you guys want to talk about? I mean, Damon is already looking fab. He's been doing real good, working on not on that frame. He's starting to actually look like Yanni again with the beard fully coming back in.
Getting there.
Any other cool New Year's resolutions that you guys have?
It's not New Year's yet, but I went to the gym for the first time since COVID started today.
How was it? Was it weird?
It was okay.
Yeah. I've been going to
I've never had like a really fancy gym membership, and I got a lifetime fitness membership.
Oh shit, you went
so
big.
pretty fancy.
So what is
And,
that? Hi, Sue. It's so weird, like shouting out an eighth person to that, but Sue, hi. um, yeah, I've been going to the gym and it's fun, but people, man, people make me anxious these days. I can't even watch things on TV anymore. It's just like, why aren't you wearing masks? It's like, oh man, life post COVID is gonna be weird. It's gonna be hecka weird for a long time. I feel like. All right, you guys don't have to give the rest up if you guys don't want to. If it's really just getting more dice, by the way, Tyler, aka Lyra, has been declared the Lord of Dice. Or no, what do we actually call it? Collectors,
collector of dice, which Nick pointed out in the chat. It cuts off to where it just says collector of D when I type stuff in the Discord. So
whatever. No big. Do I have to change that? Maybe.
Is it
but
D dot? That's even better.
it's even more suggestive. I don't want to put a D.
It says collector of D dot.
Oh man. All right.
Even
cool.
better if it just cut off after the C.
No.
How dare you?
Oh man. All right. Well, we are ready for another night, as it appears. With that, let's get back into it. Previously, we had spent some time in Mitros. A lot of things have happened. You guys proved yourselves to be the heroes of the prophecy. You gathered the actual members of the prophecy rather than just, minotaurs who are wanting to be in it. Now, you guys had also traveled eastward. You were able to recover the legendary ship, the Ultras, from the grasp of Esther Archelander. It appeared specifically that you might have been sent to not just retrieve the ship, but hopefully kind of, get some ouch along the way. Oh, and we're starting a hype train. Hey, thank you guys. That you guys were sent there by King Acastus, who is a descendant of Esther Archelander, to hopefully die in the process. Or at least that is something that Valis, the goddess and queen of Mitros, is somewhat suspecting. So, with that in mind, you guys arrived back at Mitros. You had struck a deal with the former crime boss Moxena to sail your way towards Themis, the Isle of Amazons. It appears that she has a claim to the throne, and that she would like you all to overthrow the current queen of the Amazons, so that she can take reign. She promised that she would, obviously be grateful to you guys, and maybe give you some kind of a support in the coming war that you're facing against the two titans, Lutheria and Sidon, that seems to be edging ever closer. Valos let you guys know that it is only going to be about 60 days until the end of the Oath of Peace. at the end of which the magical binding oath that the gods had taken with the Titans to cease direct warfare will be up, the consequences of which may end up being dire. With that, you guys also had Brissa raise a little bit of a dragon egg, had a little bit of binding ritual, which is going to make it incredibly easy for me to finally off Brissa for the second time. But more importantly...
Only the second.
I think it's the third time.
No, Brissa's only died once so far. She got knocked out a whole bunch that one session, and Alex was probably posting in channel. I was like, yeah, okay, guys, I'm going to die again. But no, Brissa's only died once.
Brissa 3.0!
Exactly, that is the joke.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
You guys try to stake out and rob a very, very well protected magic shop, which was a significant part of last session. Which
Oh no, it was the two druids that did that, not the
I was
rogue
like,
wizard.
Oh, I feel like-
and I was like, oh, he wasn't part of the magic shop extravaganza.
you know, everyone in one way or another contributed to shenanigans. But you guys ended up just buying a diamond outright for the full selling price. But we're told that if you guys would be interested in definitely just pushing Yanni off of the ship and handing whatever 5th level spell slot that he will probably stab you for if you were to give it away to that shop owner, she would be willing to consider future discounts and of course reimburse you for that as well. With that in mind, you guys finally embarked upon the Ultros. You had been given the, now I gotta actually look at the names so I don't mispronounce it either. Where did you go? Where did you go? The Antikythera. An interesting compass that has a whole bunch of weird whirring gears inside of it. A large ruby that seems to kind of shine, which is now in the possession of our Stars Druid, Estrella. As you guys are starting to make your way towards the stars and the many, many isles that surround all of the Cerulean Sea and beyond. Now, with that in mind, you guys, let me double check on this, have been told, if you were to sail towards the Golden Heart, no, not the Golden Heart, which one is it? I think it is the bear. Why is my notes, I have them split up so that you guys can look at them with full view on Foundry, but I also want to make sure. Yeah, the bear will always lead you guys back towards Mitros and the mainland, which you guys can use to kind of navigate back to homeland if you guys want to. You guys have been told that there are, more than a dozen and a half different constellations. The later constellations seem to not be accessible yet for you guys. As you try to focus the Antikythera upon it, it seems to kind of whir and move. Valis has to let you guys know that you will need another gear that seems to be missing from it in order to navigate the further reaches, so really outside of the Cerulean Gulf. But until then, you will be able to at least travel this way. As you guys are... Go ahead.
I'm curious a little bit more about how the Antikythera works. Do you just like focus on something while you're holding it, like focus on a constellation, and it's sort of like, is that the gist of it?
Since Rhoda spent a long time with Estrella going over the constellations, and Estrella had spent a lot of time trying to talk up Ophelia, the captain that you guys had kind of taken on the side. you got to see it in process a couple of different times. Indeed, Estrella. However you kind of visualize that, and if you want to kind of explain how Estrella would use it, I can kind of say what happens as you use it.
Well, sure. Let me explain that. It's really cool how that works. So how that works is that, so typically I have my staff, right? And I have a gem that's a focus, and I use it kind of like as a telescope to look at the constellations. Just so happens the Antikythera fits perfectly into that slot. It's weird how fate works. So yeah, when I put it into the slot on my staff, it actually shines a light on different constellations. It kind of lights them up like a nightlight a little bit. That sound about right to you?
Yeah, that sounds amazing. That's
Cool.
precisely how
That's
it
how-
sounds.
girl.
Perfect.
And as Estrella is kind of standing at the bow of the ship currently, you hold it up and you do see, even with the sunlight that is shining down as you guys are taking off on this 12th day of Astrapion, you guys are sailing outward towards the Cerulean, and you're shining it up, and you see the weirdest thing. It's like an illusion. You know it's an illusion, but it shines up, and it seems to, even though there is light, bright day above, it seems to kind of push that aside, and the stars are visible in like little patches. It's almost like a searchlight that turns the sky into darkness to your guys' eyes.
So, where are we going? Do we know?
Yes, you do.
Moxena knows.
Oh, that's right. She knows where we're going.
I know where we're going. Now I have to look at my notes. Alright, as I don't have that pulled up, please cover for me. I will be right with you again.
I thought we were going to Themis. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's
Haven't quite
somewhere over
worked out
there.
how to decide which corresponds to what.
Is Moxena actually near us to ask?
Yes,
She's
yes, she
with
is.
us.
Okay.
Yeah, she had boarded the ship towards the end of that. And Themis is actually, oh my god, I have it right, literally right there. That's hilarious. It is the twins. As she kind of says, yes, indeed. She has her, actually her cowl pulled back, and much like Casaria is using a glamour to hide her Medusa nature, it appears that Moxena does the same thing. Long black hair kind of cascading down her side. She's like, we're going to them. These two. To the left of the Golden Heart. These are going to be the twins. That is where we're going to find my sister and depose her.
I see it now. We wrote it on the map of the constellation.
Yep.
That was a long time ago.
It was like, that was a whole different lifetime ago, you know?
So if anyone was curious, my limit for having a 20-pound cat on my lap before my leg goes numb is about 12 minutes. There you go.
I'm gonna have to bump those numbers up, Damon.
I'll
Those are
put
rookie
that in my
numbers.
DM notes too.
Just start
We're a bit new to
lifting.
the group, so you all might know this, but who is your sister and what is happening on the island?
Name is Thylea, and she is the usurper who stole the throne from me.
Is
The
she the
island.
one that cursed you?
Yes. She is the one who, with me, decided to take the Amazons in a new direction. However, she betrayed me, and I found myself having to scrounge for scraps in Mitros instead of being the rightful queen of the Amazons.
Did they kick you out?
She kind of looks
Did you leave?
up, like down and back up. I fled when I knew that my life was at stake. Yes, I did not want to die because someone lied. Listen,
Sore spot.
So
I apologize. It is a very sore spot. I have dedicated the past decade to find a way back to usurp the usurper.
So since it's been about a decade, I'm guessing you don't have much
Is
of
your
an
army
idea about
meeting
like.
us there, or
Sorry. We'll say Casaria first and then Estrella.
Okay.
Say that again.
I'm guessing since it's been a decade that you have no idea what like defenses would look like these days, or what the setup.
She kind of crosses her arms. She goes, well, we Amazons live a very nomadic life. We live on the steppes of Themis, where we eternally war against one another. We never kill each other, though we prepare for the day when we have to. We Amazons were some of the most, visionary of the settlers when we first arrived. After all, we were facing down significant enemies, like the Gigans. We, however, decided that our society was going to be built on strength and of the wisdom of women, instead of the tomfoolery and horny desires of men. She knows what I'm talking about. Esther Strand just nods along. And what were you gonna say, Esther?
That was Marissa nodding, actually. I don't know if Estrella would nod.
Out of
Sorry,
character.
Justin. I forgot what I said.
You were
Oh,
asking
I
if
see.
the armies were meeting us.
Yeah, will your army be meeting us there?
You, sweetie, are going to get me my army. Once we kill Thylea, I'm going to take the throne. And then I will have an army of Amazons. You are my army until then. Which I thank you.
How many people did she have in her forces when she first usurped you? Do you remember that at least?
Well, her and I were both well set up, but we had about 24 different warriors with us. She now, reasonably, is going to have control over the many hundreds of Amazons that live all across Themis.
You think they like her? Maybe not.
I don't know. I sincerely do not know. Whatever the case may be, I hope that we are going to be able to show them by force that my leadership is going to be preferable to hers. After all, what has she done for them in a long time? From my intelligence, I have heard that she has completely gone into the worship of Luteria. Luteria, we Amazons had vowed to defeat the Titans, to war against all of the lesser races across Thylea. And then she does this. Whatever it may be, we need to strike at the heart, and quick. I don't know where Thylea is now, but I'm sure that one of the roving clans must know. So, I propose that we attack one of them, take hostages, torture them until they tell us where Thylea hides.
Seems extreme.
Yeah, I'm sure there's
Question.
other options.
I actually have several questions, but I'm going to start with one that's on topic.
Not sure.
Is it reasonable to assume that there are enough Amazons on the island that they don't all know each other by sight?
Sure.
So, if we land to look like some random Amazon, but not a specific Amazon, and then they're all like, "Oh, I'm coming with news that I need to give Thylea. Do you know where she is?"
Sure, we could do that too. That could work. Though, from what I hear, you tried to do some of that within the Colossus, and it went...
Yeah, but I mean, we learned a lesson there.
Alright. So propose your plan to me. We're going to disguise ourselves as Amazons. Especially...
Would there be priests or shamans or priestesses that would be able to see through this glamour?
Potentially. After all, Thylea is now worshipping Thylea, who likes to play in these types of subterfuges. So there is potential that we might be seen through this. Though I do like the idea that if we can get into the belly of whatever beast she has set up as her fortress, and we strike at her while she is unawares, with her guard down, we can cut her down before she even has any inkling that we were there. We still need to know her location. I would rather win there with the knowledge that we are choosing when to strike rather than having to be at the whim of whomever is presenting us.
I'm not saying they need to take us there. They should just be like. Okay, second assumption. The island's not so big that all the Amazons who live there wouldn't know. Like if somebody said, "Oh, she's at this palace or whatever," that they'd know where that is, right? I mean, we're not asking for an escort.
That is the thing. We don't know. I suppose if she has constructed a palace, that would be weird. We Amazons traveled. We always were on the move. We never stayed in one place for long. That was part of it. We always slept under the stars. If she built a palace for herself, but then that would be known. And we would look like weird outsiders if we had to ask, where is Thylea's palace?
How big is the island?
Yeah, like how many days would it take to walk this?
Many days. It is
How long would it take to fly it?
Probably less.
I could just get one of the Amazons to tell us where she's at, in all honesty.
Back to the plan.
Or even take us there if we wanted to.
Would she not be in the seat of power, the palace?
That's what she just said. There wasn't a palace when she left. They were nomadic.
I mean, we can scout beforehand.
And we can always play the angle of, oh, I've been on the mainland for all this time and blah, blah, blah. Because, I mean, obviously there are Amazons on the mainland. Be like, oh, I've been on the mainland for 8 years and blah, blah, blah. And,
all right.
And, I'm bringing these two filthy males because they had something to blah, blah, blah. I'll let you determine what would be appropriate there because I don't know what would work.
Well,
but given
reading.
You two being the filthy males, that is exactly what it would be.
Given the general misandry of your people,
deserve.
I think that's the word.
Misandry, yes.
Yeah.
Rotis, I could see, yes. You are the son of Peter. On the one hand, we could use your seed to populate a new line of demigods who are going to carry the strength of Peter and may even be sent to kill him. Again, thinking from Thylea's mind, of course. And then we kill you and sacrifice you for Lutheria's grandeur.
Then you'd have to deal with my father. I mean, do you want a visit from
I didn't mean to actually get you scared, sweetie. You can wipe up the piece of the deck. No, what I'm saying is that Thylea would believe this. Thylea might find these an interesting offer. The question is, how well is she informed about the ongoings of Mitros and Thylea as a whole? Maybe. We could actually engage in a small series of attacks across the island. Tactics of hit and run. We Amazonians are very, very well known for. Amazonian warfare, it's actually called. To let the island know that the heroes have arrived. Now, from there, we can have it so that it appears that one group was successful in overcoming and defeating the heroes, killing all but the males, since at least you carry some small value in your little bags of holding. With
Voila.
that, you
I have the bag.
I think that was a euphemism for scrotums.
yes, yes.
Nope. Nope.
From there, we're going to take you as prisoners back to Thylea. Yes, this could work. Lyra spins her domination magic upon whomever is standing against us currently anyway.
Whoa. It's merely a suggestion.
Oh, sure, honey. I do like the way you work. Here's one thing that you need to know, though. Thylea and I have a third sister by the name of Leah. All of us. She kind of looks around the deck as sailors are kind of busy doing other things, and she kind of drops down to a whisper. All of us, as she makes eye contact with Caesarea, are Medusas. So the threat that we'll be facing is not insignificant.
Okay, hang on a second. How did you all end up? Like, I was under the impression that she cursed you when she, like, kicked you out of the island or whatever she did.
She cursed
That's kind of the way she made it sound when I asked.
She cursed herself, too. We had sworn oaths to each other. But they betrayed me and were willing to take this curse. Selfish.
So did they take it from Lutheria, or how did this happen?
Well, we had sworn each other a blood oath that I would become queen after we had seized power. They usurped me, and Thylea has since taken the reins.
Does that mean your other sister is not a friend either?
No, she deserves to die too.
Ooh.
So this brings up one of my other questions from earlier. You said you're the rightful queen. Is this is just so I understand things? Is the Amazon matriarchy hereditary firstborn kind of a traditional thing like that, or is there some other thing that makes you the rightful queen? Just curious.
Something else made me the rightful queen.
Okay.
Were you just the prettiest sister? Is that what it was?
Oh, you little charmer. But yes, I was.
So are there any other oaths we need to know about if we help you usurp her?
Need to know about... No.
So there are oaths.
Oh, there are many oaths. We live in Thylea. Everyone makes oaths at one point. Only fools make more than one, though.
Glares at
Yeah,
Brissa.
we're all fools.
Oaths are useful.
So we agreed then. Strike at the Amazonians across the island. Capture some of them. Interrogate them further. Creatively suggest that they help us or die. Assault wherever Thylea is holed up on the island. And I become queen. And you?
So, question.
Hmm.
Sorry.
You're
Please
so
let
full
me
of them,
interrupt
all of you.
Yeah. Well, if we attack your people, which they would be your people, is that not a bad idea? Because would they not want you to rule them if you attack them
I
and kill them?
No.
Could you not just try to make a point that you would be a better queen?
Have a conversation with my sisters.
No, not your sisters, with your people. And then they could fight with us. Maybe?
It would take many months.
Oh, we don't have many months.
We have how many days?
Less than 60 now.
58.
Less than 60.
I think 58.
Yeah. Let's
Unless I overslept by a day.
let's just say 55 just to be safe.
I mean, can't the DM tell us how many days?
Yeah, 58 days left.
Okay.
We lost 2 days?
Yeah, you guys were staking out shops,
We
raising dragons.
lost 2 days so that Alex could have a dragon.
We sacrificed 2 days
At the altar of dragons.
for a diamond.
If you die, you're going to be happy that we did that.
I gotta say, I'm a little let down that Alex hasn't been referring to himself as the mother of dragons yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Not-
it'll get there.
Yeah, yeah.
Person
Eventually.
needs multiple for that to work, though.
That's true. Maybe
I
we
mean,
just have
she's
to find
got,
more
like-
eggs.
Like 1.5 now.
Right.
No,
He just,
pseudo means
he just
false.
keeps going the
False
half.
dragon.
So
So
the
we're just
purpose
going
of-
to go in and take over the island, basically. We're just going to kill people and...
Cut off the head of the
That's the plan?
snake. And I take
Oh,
over
I was
from
gonna
there.
say it. I've been waiting so long to say it.
Just pretend I never said it, please.
And you think we'd be better off wreaking havoc and killing people than trying to go straight there?
She actually looks over towards Yanni. Yanni, how would you feel about Lutheria worshippers dying?
I mean, if they're like serious for real Lutheria worshippers, like their own choice, I'm all good with it. If they were kind of bullied into it and they're not really wholeheartedly into it, might give them a second chance. It depends.
Lutheria somehow was able to addle the minds of Thylea and Leah. I want them dead.
That's
I
fair.
will admit, this is a personal vendetta. I don't want to engage in a long persuasion match with them. Campaign where I slowly grab power for them and they can slip out into the Cerulean Sea so that they can strike at me in the future. No, what I want is for us to go in and bleed them dry for what they took from me. An added bonus, I hate Luteria as much as you are. We are on the same
Where
side.
are we having this conversation at? Sorry.
Kind of on the deck of the Ultras as you guys are going through Cerulean.
Okay. She keeps talking about how much she hates Lutheria, I'm just gonna kind of like take a glance at our surroundings.
Are you looking
Just-
for anything in particular?
I'm just looking for Lutheria coming to murder us all, or I don't know.
Okay, make me a perception check. I
just-
really hope
it
you
just
roll low.
seems like,
It'll be great.
wait, what?
No, not because I'm vindictive, because I think it would be hilarious if Estrella is so paranoid and then she rolls a natural one and then there's just
Oh.
Lutheria everywhere instead.
Okay.
Oh, well.
What did you roll?
27.
Or
Natty
Rolled a
20.
natural 20.
You look around and you kind of reach out. Again, this is a perception that seems to reach past your body and into the ship itself, where your aunt, once again, like the essence and soul of her seems to be infused into the ship itself. You can feel the insane magical power, the warding that the ship itself has. You get the sense that it is going to be pretty dang hard for the Titans to assail you on this ship. You're not sure how or why. You can just feel that there seems to be some kind of enchantment upon this place. As you look around, you can tell where you kind of like shift the staff up to the stars kind of twinkling through the weird jet stream like effect as the ship seems to be moving much faster than time has any right to allow it to move. Yeah, you might be in a weird kind of in-between place as you're traveling across the water where assailing you will be complicated. Spying on you might be possible, but directly attacking you, Lutheria just showing up on the ship and killing you guys?
Likely.
Oh,
I mean, the
it's
only
not
time we've
impossible.
seen her was when we were dreaming, so
yeah,
Sidon's the one that likes to just show up. Should look for him.
and we are kind of in the middle of his.
I mean, yeah,
domain.
anything that was out to murder us, I guess. I'll take any of it.
Lutheria, I'm guessing, is not out right now, right?
No,
Okay, nothing
I put
seems
him
like
away
it's
when
looking...
he
No, I'm just kidding.
when he yelled for Brissa, so he's still in timeout
Yeah.
from the day before.
I got it, David. I got it.
Thank you. I appreciate you. All right.
I heard it. He's not trying to murder us. We're best friends now. We went on a brunch date.
You guys did have a wonderful brunch date. And we kind of talked after session 2 the things that they would have chatted about. But yeah, is there anything else that you guys want to ask Moxena?
I have. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say. So, what does the terrain look like? Like, are we gonna have to worry about like quicksand? Are we gonna have to worry about like booby traps? Like, what kind of
As a
situation
child,
are we walking
I
into?
always thought that quicksand was going to be much bigger of an issue than it actually ended up being. It is insane. I thought it was going to be everywhere. Timis is not very inviting island. We don't really, we do not engage in agriculture. Instead, we rely on the lands and the beasts that we hurt with us. It has
Is it foresty though? Is there like
no. It's mostly
carnivorous
grasslands.
plants or what?
Grasslands.
Okay. Well, what about animals that might be hiding in the grasslands? Do we got to worry about them on top of the Amazons?
Yes. See, we are good at the creatures that we tame and fight with. We have great gray-skinned beasts that we mount. They have no hair upon them, but large horns, like that of a unicorn. We've got rhinoceroses that we charge into battle with. Of course.
Sounds fake.
Oh.
Wakanda
Can't
forever.
relate.
Birds aren't real.
Lyra's Wink's literally just going like, what the fuck, bro?
Excuse you.
We also like to hunt in packs, and as such, as any good hunting pack needs, if you want to call them dogs, to sniff out and catch what you are going to ultimately eat. We also train and breed the best basilisks in all of Thylea.
Oh, basilisk. Up in the
Basilisk
ante.
promising.
What is this? What is a basilisk?
Imagine a scaly little thing with 6 legs that has an intense stare that is going to turn you into stone.
We got a run-in with a few, if I recall.
Yeah,
That sounds bad.
Mm.
our old friend lost some toes to it.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Gosh, throwback.
I have a question not for Moxena. I guess, could I make a check? Is becoming a Medusa a typical, I guess, punishment for for breaking an oath? Like, is that something that I would know, character?
If you want to, so I'll let you know stuff that your character knows, period, but I might add a couple extra sprinkles on there. Go ahead and make me a history or religion check up to you.
Because I mean, until Moxena, our only interaction was Casaria, and Casaria got it because she accidentally, like, killed a bunch of people, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And burned down a
Did the
temple.
massacre.
Oh, and burned down a temple, right?
How are you? Not in jail.
I mean, she
I
basically
did
like
my
burned them
girl,
inside the temple.
Yeah,
I-
the first one with the
Sorry.
6. Yeah.
I hit it a bunch of times because I couldn't see it.
What you would know baseline is, and having talked with Casaria, it's like, it seems like it's some bad shit that ultimately leads to that kind of a thing. Like, breaking an oath, sure, but usually it's attached with something more severe, something more sinister.
Okay.
Like, the Medusa curse is usually reserved for the worst offenders.
Hmm.
It's like life without parole or internet.
Ugh.
Toothy grin.
Rhodus is just reminded that he has an oath that he needs to fulfill.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's other curses for breaking an oath.
Yeah, they
Not
probably
necessarily always a Medusa.
Just one. Let's have no curses.
Out of character. Hi, Popper.
There's that grave robbing one where you like can't eat or drink no matter how much you try.
But you
that
guys
one
met-
guy we ran into had. Yeah.
Mhm.
No thanks.
You don't want to be a skinny legend, Rhoda?
Sounds
I don't
terrible.
remember. I don't
Sounds
remember
really
what
bad.
other curses there are. There's like one for not being hospitable, which I'm sure a lot of people we've met so far probably could have gotten that one, and we just didn't think about it. There's oaths of friendship, which we all have. I don't
You guys have definitely
know
talked
if we
about.
put Estrella in it yet
No,
or not.
we haven't given her a friendship bracelet.
I know we
yet.
talked about it.
I did get one.
Some of you have proven not very good with your friendship trinkets.
Oh.
Wow. Actually,
Another throwback.
actually, some of us are working on fixing that already.
Back to the getting turned into stone. How do you fix that? Do we fix that somehow?
Usually a lot of gold and magic.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of you have that magic?
I don't think so.
I can turn you to stone. Turning you back, not so much.
Yeah, I think best course of action would just be don't get turned into stone.
We'd probably need something like a cleric or a high priest along those lines at that point.
Or,
Could
you know,
probably
one of the
get,
gods we know.
Oh yeah, or we could get Rhodus's father-in-law to pay for something. I don't know.
I'll chase. There's a lot of you.
Don't look at it, or just don't make eye contact.
That would be the plan. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. Good plan.
Reflections can help from actually what I know that.
I mean, we fought them.
Yeah, that's
How much
true.
do we remember from when we fought them?
Not much on my end.
The basilisks?
It's so long.
Yeah, you did remember that as long as you kind of kept your eyes averted from the basilisk, you were not subject to that.
Okay.
Right.
6 legs. Got it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, and also,
Important.
yeah, you'll know you're in trouble when it starts with like paralysis. So if you start to feel like rigidity, then you need to avert your gaze.
Great. I have a spell that can help with that.
There's just suddenly like a magical illusion of like an anti-petrification ad in the background, like happy people doing things, and it's like, if you feel signs of restraining, like you are not being able to move anymore, and fail your save a few different times, you might want to get Greater Restoration, now available at CPS.
I wish I had it. What level does that come at?
11.
Fifth
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's a little ways away.
Or wait, just kidding. 9.
9.
9.
I did bad math.
9.
I'm doped up on cold medicine, guy.
But it also uses diamonds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. God, we need a lot of diamonds.
Are there
We
diamonds
really-
on that?
Oh yeah.
Themis?
Yeah. Is there treasure on Themis?
I'm sure she does. You know, in the past we would send hunting parties out onto the island to lay waste to the center on other tribes that rightfully should be vanquished and carry back the loot.
If we reinstate you as the queen, would you be cool with us taking some?
Kinda like crosses her arms in front of you. Make your persuasion check, Lara.
Well, let me tell you what's not on this boat, and that's an anti-magic doorway like that other lady had.
She's technically a monstrosity, not a humanoid now.
I don't think it's specified.
Is it just any creature? God, that's so fucking good.
I'll read it again. Hold
Okay,
on.
sounds
Where's
good,
it
sounds good.
at? You have
Reading
advantage on-
time! Reading time!
Yeah,
Reading
yeah.
time.
It just says you have advantage on performance
So
and
good.
persuasion checks made with your voice.
Alrighty.
I should sing more. I guess that's a thing I can do too. It also lets me hold my breath for an hour.
Also, I'm sorely unimpressed that you didn't go with the Reading Rainbow theme when talking about reading.
I do it too much. We were talking about it in the session last night. Like there's some go-to songs. I'm just trying to riff more. You know, I don't have the singing voice for it.
I got
It's
a
in a
25, David.
She goes, If we can kill Thylea and Leah at the same time, we can make sure that there is no hidden specter of danger. I'm willing to give each of you. She kind of like pauses a little bit. You can feel like the greed kind of bubble up in her, and she like mentally, you can see like emotionally just pushes it down. She overall has a pretty good poker face, but it seems like the topic of Thylea and Leah just really triggers her. I am going to give you the diamonds that are within the treasury.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We're off to the twins.
Newly invigorated for the trip. Diamonds are Rodus's best friend, it turns out. All right.
Question, because I'm trying to recap everything in my brain. Is Moxena also the one who told us they had information about the dragon that like took Rodus's mom?
Yeah. Another part of the deal was that she's going to let you know where Hexia, the dragon that apparently actually has been employing Moxena. She goes, we'll say kind of like
that's
remember
right.
that.
That's right. She
Moxena goes,
worked for the dragon.
mm-hmm. She's like, hi, I'm excited to finally get that one off my back. And then, only the word is the limit. But yes, I will let you know on which island Hexia resides, and you, my dear bag of holding provider, can go and swing your sword about and do whatever you do.
The diamonds and this information is enough for me to go swing my sword around.
Men are good for something, at least. All right.
I just have one more question.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I mean, it's not like we're not sailing and talking. It's not like we're not going anywhere right now.
It's true.
No, it's like an orbit or something. We're
This
just
is like
going
we're
around.
onboarding or
We've just
something.
been
Come on,
circling
this is,
Themis this whole time. If there's an option to make you the queen again without any dangers that it could be taken away, without killing both of your sisters,
No.
can we?
No.
And there's just a hard look in her eyes. That is not an option. As long as they live, I will be in danger. Even if they take oaths to not try to usurp me, they will find ways around it. They will forever worship Luteria and do her bidding, and likely in exchange get me removed anyway.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting Lutheria is involved. You know what? I'm cool with killing him. I forgot about that part.
Wonderful.
Even though we just mentioned it like 5 seconds ago.
It's good. You've been pretty deep in those wine cups. Are you sure you don't want to like maybe cut it back a little bit? Just a little bit less drink.
You know, it's real surprising. I can fly really well. I can swim really well. Also, terribly seasick, so I drink.
See, but that's not necessarily healthy. That is going to build a certain kind of relationship between... I'm not going to tell you how to healthily take care of yourself. That's not my job.
We've seen much worse.
I've been a lot more drunk, so...
Yeah.
Can I ask a question not related to any of this?
She doesn't say yes or anything. She just looks up at the sky and she just... you can see like physically just awaiting it.
Can you teach me how to make one of those cool bird things?
Oh, yeah. Don't you guys have those?
Is that what they're called?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Our old companion had one, and I kept trying to steal it from him, and I just wasn't good enough at it.
And he kept breaking it.
Yeah, that too.
Will admit that I do not know how to construct them. The architects did. I might be willing to do that in the future, but for the time being, your diamonds shall be enough, yes.
Follow-up question. If I were to take one from an Amazon that we killed that has one, would it work for me?
No. They're soul-bound when they're constructed.
Malaka. Okay.
Which, I did actually have a question for you now, follow-up. How is it that the Minotaur that you were traveling with had one?
He claims he built it.
Yeah.
lies.
I mean, to be fair, someone did break it and then he built it back again.
Hmm.
So he definitely knew how.
Maybe he understands how to repair it, but truly construct a Stimfey, I doubt it.
It listened to him, so I would assume they were soulbound.
I mean, he said he built it like a long time ago, like way longer ago than should be possible. But apparently, he's like 500 years old.
Yeah, he had a lot of baggage that we didn't unpack before Versi took him away to assault him.
I may want to work with him in the future. This is knowledge that only the Amazons own, and it is not allowed for men to have.
You seem to want to kill everyone, so
No, just my sister.
we'll see.
Does their
I
blood
want to
need
word with this Minotaur. I don't want to kill him yet.
does their blood need to be spilled, or maybe it might be poetic if we were to both work to turn him to stone?
I think just out of commission is sufficient. Yeah?
Permanently not
Yep.
alive is my preference, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You can always knock the heads off of the statue versions.
Yeah.
Though I do like the idea if we can turn them into stone, break them, and then I have a permanent jig puzzle that I can just put back together and break apart again, and I put back together and break apart again. Eternally, maybe I can mix and match their visages, ugly as they are, again and again.
Girl, I think you always got something to spit on too.
See, Medusas think alike.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there that we might have to talk about at some point. But
Seems like we're her family therapy.
It's my favorite type of therapy, I must say.
In-
I like this thing I had once called chocolate therapy. It was amazing.
do you know it's great? Retail therapy.
yeah.
Tyler gets it.
See, I prefer trading card game therapy. That's it for me. That's where the money disappears. Which technically is just retail therapy, I know.
Just a specific kind. It's
Yeah,
a specific
right.
subsect of retail therapy.
I have my
You
own.
guys eat.
Yeah, exactly. This stuff for David.
Can I
Just
use
have
any
to do the
spells
working
to get
for
us there faster?
No.
Possibly.
Well, actually, maybe.
Save
Let me
us
double
some
check
days?
again on that one because I do remember a little bit of something about that. You know what?
I know the Ultras is supposed to get us there super fast already, right?
Going from any point to another point will only ever
Supernaturally
take
fast.
3 days, no matter
Yeah.
which point you go
Oh,
through.
Right.
Which is
Always
weird,
3 days.
but it's like you like enter some kind of weird magical slipstream.
That's
You
good
know,
information to know.
I like the yes and
Assume
approach
it's at
better.
most 3 days. It's not like, hey, we want to go to that island we can see right over there 3 days later.
It's just 3 days later overlay
The boat
every
just
single
moves
time.
super slow.
It's like I could have swam there. Estrella, what kind of a spell would you want to use to speed things up?
I could like control water or not shape water, that's a cantrip. Like I could do like a wind wall to move us. I got like all kinds of
How long do each of those spells
Options.
last? Is there one of them that lasts like an hour or so, or longer than that?
well, that's a great question.
If I remember
Thank you
correctly,
for that
control water's
question.
10 minutes.
Reading
I need to-
Rainbow.
Let me look in D&D Beyond where I can actually read things. Hold on.
That sounded very
Um,
patenty, by the way, being like, thank you for that question.
Thank you.
What
Thank
if I
you.
stood behind the
Let's see.
sails and just flapped my wings really hard? Would that help?
I have tidal wave prepped. I could just hurl a tidal wave. on this.
So how did the Light of
I
Thylea
mean-
die? Well,
Just capsize our own shit.
yeah. Sidon was just
Our
like,
healer,
whoa.
our
this is
healer went
easy."
batshit.
Yeah, no, like 10 minutes. I guess that wouldn't really make a difference.
I will. You know what I will say? If you want to use that in combat at any point to kind of like do some shenanigans, I am all about that. 100% about it.
Summon a water elemental to push us for an hour. Druids have 150 billion spells. I have no idea what I can do. I can do
That's true,
everything.
They do. Yeah.
150
That's the problem. I can literally do everything. But I
And
only
you
have like
can-
3 spell. I can only equip 3 spells. That is the torture of being a druid.
That does.
Well,
She has a
Of
negative
that
wisdom
level,
modifier,
right?
Damon. Get out of here. You just don't know.
Okay. 3 days isn't that bad anyway.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure we can find something to do.
Yeah, speaking of, what do you guys want to do for 3 days?
Shit.
Shit. I mean, there's going to be some of that. As you guys explore the ways that you have to use certain things while you're on a moving ship with 100 other people. But what else would you guys like to do aside from?
I guess I'll keep studying whatever notes I have on stoicism.
Yeah, there's more logic games, and at this point, I can imagine. You tell me if Yanni's just logic gamed the f out of here. But there's some texts and some scriptures that kind of talk about that stuff, and you're like, okay, this is interesting. This could be useful in combat, even interesting. Yeah, maybe sometimes just keeping a cool head and going with a rational answer is really the way to go, rather than being fully emotional about your reaction to things. But as you kind of read through that stuff, it starts sinking a little bit more. Ophelia comes up to you, Istria. She goes, "So, little birdie told me that you have been talking to Rotis about me." You see her half-orc muscles kind of like tensing, her shoulders kind of popping out a little bit more. There's not aggression on her face, but the tusks are a little bit more pointy looking than you remember them to be.
Because you asked me to talk to him for you. Do you remember?
Right. To see what the situation is. Like, you've been talking to him a lot, right?
Yeah, well, the thing is, he's engaged. I don't think he really likes her, but it's a thing. So
Oh.
yeah, I've been doing the thing where you are like, oh, don't you think she looks pretty today? And
Okay. Huh. Engaged. Well, that is shitty.
yeah.
Yeah, it's alright. I'm sure we'll find anyone else anyways. It's fine. Yes, don't worry about it. It's fine.
There's
It's
someone
fine.
for everyone.
Exactly. Stop mentioning it. It's fine. It's fine. As she kind of walks back towards the throne at the back of the ship and kind of slumps down, her big bird kind of landing on her lap, and she kind of starts squirching it.
I'm a heartbreaker.
Estrella just has anxiety for the entire rest of the journey and avoids her. She feels like she let her down. She druid crafts flowers and just leaves it on her throat and stuff.
Of course, the thing that if HBO ever were to pick this up, the thing that it would focus on is the golden dragon that kind of flies beside the ship and kind of glides every once in a while. The sailors are all about it, Brissa, as they ask you a million questions and then say, well, just one more question. And then actually in the vein of that question, there's another question. As you're being just asked a million questions about the dragon and the like, there's a little fan club that kind of forms around you too. Particularly, there's this little stout dwarven lady, and lady just because she's definitely older than you are, but you can tell she has a nice little tuft of beard growing, kind of beautiful red hair that has little, actually blonde little sprouts seemingly coming out of it, very short cropped, and there's a little bit of a bun that she has tied in the back. And she goes, "So, are you going to ride the dragon? Seems a little small for you."
Maybe one day it has to grow up. It's still young, but one day it will get there.
Aren't you afraid that you're going to die before that happens?
Yeah, there's a likelihood, but I hope not. I hope we can prevail.
Oh, well, what exactly are you again? A nymph, yes?
That is accurate. Yes.
So you live a little while too. Well, I tell you what, if you die before that dragon grows up, I would be happy to be the next Dragonlord. You just teach me what I need to do.
I'll,
He
I'll,
kind of
I'll,
offers
I'll,
you.
I'll take those notes, and Bristol will show her like some airmanship and stuff like that during the 3 days, I guess.
Oh, cool. Alrighty. If that is it then, unless you guys have something else that you guys want to call out.
Man, this one logic puzzle, the logic doesn't make sense. I think it must have been written by those goofy wizards by the coast.
How dare.
How dare you?
I got to get a dig in on the rules logic sometime.
Do we see any dolphins or neat sea critters or anything
Oh,
in
yeah.
our time?
Plenty of stuff. There's just a beautiful, scintillating, massive field of water as it's kind of like lapping about. You see off on your eastern or like northeastern side, as the coastline seems to be just flying by, and every once in a while you can see some school of fish and stuff like that jumping by, but they kind of like seem to kind of like enter and then immediately disappear at the same time. That is the one drawback. You don't quite get the same scene that you otherwise would traveling within this magical slipstream.
Hmm.
Now, as you guys travel on, you ultimately do finally get to a relatively, I don't want to say not amazing or anything like that, but overall, Themis is a large island. And as far as actually Thylea goes, it's significantly sized. I'll bring you over to the Thylea map actually for a second, just so you guys can see that. So as you guys are kind of on the western edge of Thylea now, the island itself is massive, absolutely massive. You think it would take you days, if not weeks, to fully even just get around the outside of it. The island itself is relatively flat, lots of grassland, and only occasionally you can see some small copses of trees that are kind of shining throughout this. From your ship, you can see that there are herds of strange speckled creatures similar in appearance to horses, but ridiculously long necks that can reach to the top of tall trees. You can see what seem to be almost heavily armored, thick creatures that seem to be matching the description of rhinoceroses. You guys kind of consider all of that. It's just Themis overall is not a pretty island, but it is impressive just in the size that the Amazonians seem to have over this.
Do there appear to be any rivers or anything the Ultras might be able to help us in crossing through?
There is, you certainly see that there are some rivers that seem to be kind of cut through. You're not sure how many of them are deep enough to actually hold the Ultras. The Ultras is actually the largest ship that any of you guys have ever seen.
Sure.
Do we see any people or just animals?
From where you are, go ahead and who wants to take the lead on the perception check for this one?
Probably Casaria.
Who did we determine was the best at those?
I think I am.
Whoever ends up rolling the highest.
Well, there's
That's right.
that.
Also that.
I got to +5. That's all I know.
I just refreshed and it's still not letting me open my character sheet. What the hell? Says I don't have sufficient commissions.
Well, I guess you don't. Just kidding. Check one thing real quick.
Would Moxena know an entry or somewhere that we could sail up to that wouldn't be immediately in Amazon territory?
She's not sure. The thing that you guys are looking at is that at all times the Amazonians are traveling across this place, so they are never necessarily in a set location.
Boom!
Oh, nice.
Nat 20!
Jesus
and with my
Christ.
modifier 25.
We're all rolling so
That's awesome.
good.
You look around, and indeed you see actually over the next half hour or so 2 different hunting parties that are going across Temis and are hunting different things. What you observe with your 25 total is they indeed, as Moxena had described, use packs of basilisks as they're hunting down these weird black and white striped horses. And they kind of look over their shoulders as they run away and then seem to kind of break apart and then topple over into stone statues. It seems that the Amazons then actually dismount, break apart the stone, and then load it on top of the rhinoceroses. What that indicates to you, I'll say as a bonus to the 25 and the natty 20, is that you think they must have a way to remove that after the fact.
Remove what?
The petrification. Otherwise, how are they going to be using the meat?
Oh, fair enough. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna turn to the party and say, so they're out here hunting, but they're using their petrification abilities in tandem with their hunting, from what I'm seeing.
So wait. How many Amazons are Medusas?
They got basilisks.
Oh, I forgot about the basilisks.
Well, and Moxena made it sound like there was a good number of them that might be Medusas, though.
I think just 3. The Reduces.
Yeah, I thought it was just the 3 sisters, one of which is on our side.
But they also have
basilisks. But for some reason, I just like on the basilisks. It just like.
We're all just taken aback by rhinoceroses.
Rhinoceros.
They are pretty cool.
So, all right, and I'm also going to say that there was 2
some
hunting parties.
But if we took the hide from one of those back to Vulcan, he could make some pretty cool armor for somebody out of those plates.
Anywho, I see 2 hunting parties from here.
How close would you say we are to the island, David?
However close you guys want to be on this one.
I want to, because I don't want us to immediately get caught by Amazons when we get there. I want to cast Flock of Familiars.
Okay. Are they all the same this time, or?
Yeah, they're all going to be hawks. There's question. So I can only summon as many as I can, minus if I have a familiar already summoned. Lutherio would still count even though he's in a dimension, right?
I think so, actually, yeah. Now that you mention it.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. So I'll summon 4. I could summon 5 if Lutherio was gone, but I'll summon 4 hawks. And have them. I want them to just kind of skirt the coast and just in individual directions and see if there's a spot that doesn't have hunting parties around it that we could. I mean, we're on a gigantic ship, but at least the most inconspicuous spot that we could sail up to.
What you do see ships going in and out of Themis. It seems like there is some type of commerce, or at least there are people setting off and then coming back to Themis. So there's a little bit of that going on. What is interesting that you catch on is that there are no ports. There might be locations where you can dock, like smaller docks, but you don't see any settlements, which is matching up with what Moxena said, and it seems like they didn't change that much about their culture, at least. As the hawks kind of circle up above, I'm guessing they just have eagle stats, or I haven't looked at a hawk before.
They have their own stats. I just looked earlier. If I remember, they have +4 to perception, and they get advantage on sight perception.
So when did they add hogs? No, that's some basic rules. Interesting. That's the first time I see this art because it's beautiful. Dang, I actually really like that.
Also, while you're looking this up, you said about 3 days have passed, right? Like I can prep new spells,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
like
please.
we would have had long
Oh,
rest.
yeah.
Yeah, get at
Okay.
least click long rest twice on there and prep your new spells if you'd like.
Would there be a shield lying around on the ship somewhere?
It's reasonable that you could probably ask one of the sailors nicely for theirs.
I have an extra shield that you can have. Bristol will just here you go and give it to you.
Thank you.
You can add it to your inventory, and I will delete it out of
I
mine.
need that so badly. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you got worked over pretty good by those guys.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
guts were kind of hanging out. So that's
Yeah.
not cute. It's not a good look.
So,
Just
by
a
the
regular
way,
shield.
the 14 AC that you have is with your shield. Just as an FYI.
Oh my god.
You have a shield
Oh,
on.
I have one. Just kidding.
I forgot about this one in my purse. She pulls out this tower shield.
Are you not wearing armor, Estrella?
I don't know. I'm wearing leather armor and I have
Oh.
a shield. I don't know.
Oh.
Doesn't that seem low?
It depends on other things.
And I'm guessing a 12 or 13 dexterity then, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, that's yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because if you didn't have armor, I was gonna give you mine, but you are wearing armor, so because I don't
need
use
better
mine
armor.
anymore.
Yeah. No, I've got armor and a shield. Okay. Yeah, I've been fighting with this whole time. It's weird. I just forgot. So.
Which, by the way, if anyone needs leather armor, I don't use mine anymore. So
Is it just regular leather?
Yeah,
8,
it's-
11?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that probably could have been something I did in Mitros, but it's fine. I'm sure I'll be fine. It's fine.
One of many things that happened during that time.
Yeah, I was
Why
was
today?
showing Rhoda some stars. So.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
I love Rhodus's feigned, like, actual wanting to know. His feigned
very
interest
nice.
in the constellations.
The bear again?
My favorite
The
color is
Amazons are
pink.
good at armor.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I will
I'm just
keep my eyes
rolling
peeled
all my daily stuff.
Oh yeah. All right. I have a thing.
Oh yeah.
All right,
I have
I'll
a
be
daily
back.
thing.
Yes, you just let me know.
Oh my god, wait, that's an important thing.
I can't remember. Does even mean you can fly or can't fly?
Yep, I can fly today.
Yeah.
You're just so happy to finally get off of the damn ship, you know?
Bristol will also give a 10-minute speech about the dragon. And then, you know,
So none of us get 10 hit points because you're the only one who cares.
Oh, do I have to put this timer
Disinspirational
on?
leader.
All right, 10-minute timer.
She
Brissa,
will
go.
also, no. She'll also like try to pep them up, about the upcoming battle, and everything as well. And so yes, and use her new feature where we get inspiring leader HP.
Yay.
Nice.
So
I'll take it.
10
I like-
people, or is it?
10?
How many people? Oh, six
Six.
creatures.
Yeah, I like how
So-
most of our stuff is the exact number of people in our party.
The Bullbug, Moxena,
Both the dragons.
the dragon.
Oh,
one of them is
yeah.
a false dragon,
Which two of
remember?
us don't get it because of your fucking dragons?
Oh, are you actually giving it to the dragons?
I will say
I'm just assuming.
that I get my own temp HP when I cast my divination spell
Sure.
in the morning. So
They
if
don't
you want to
stack.
leave me out and give
they-
it to your dragon, you can.
They don't stack, so yeah, I will leave Lyra out and give it to Scylla.
Mine is
instead.
technically less, but whatever.
Based on previous experience, you should probably give it to Goldie.
Nah,
That would be like a 1,000,000,000% increase for Goldie.
Goldie is now just permanently an fixture on my neck. So just chill.
You
Do you
skinned
want Casaria
Goldie?
to? Do you want Casaria to just turn him to stone, make a necklace?
No.
Can do.
No! Goldie is not a fan of this. But yeah, as you kind of check out, and you guys just take some time during that day, kind of figuring out where to exactly go. You guys do find that there seems to be a couple different inlets that have generally a little bit less action in them. And in fact, ultimately, what you find or determine to be the least active one seems to be over here, where we're on the eastern side, where there's a lot of massive craggy rocks jutting out of the lapping water of this bay.
That seems dangerous.
Any signs of life?
Yeah, there's some very cute birds that are flying about, a couple gazelles and the like, but no. As far as Amazonians, you kind of look around, and there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of action, period.
Hmm.
Is it too? Are the rocks too sort of treacherous to get onto the land from our boat? We need to find another place where
Depends,
we
yeah,
can come ashore.
Depends on how deep into this little rock field you end up going. You do think if you're gonna go more towards inland, it will kind of protect you from other boats, but then again, it doesn't seem like the Amazons have a whole lot of naval power anyway.
Hmm.
I mean, we could anchor a little bit away from the island. Does everyone know how to swim?
I mean, I'm not super strong at it, but I can dog paddle.
Prefer a water walking.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Didn't really work out so well last time, but maybe this time will be the time.
I
mean,
can,
do
but
we-
I did not prep it.
Do we want to waste the spell just to get onto the island? Or is it something that you can just cast all the time like some of my stuff?
No, it is a spell. It will be okay.
I'd say we just find a nice beach. If we dock, and then we go and we start searching for some Amazons.
Does the Ultros have like landing ships?
Lifeboats? Mm-mm.
Basically, for lack of a better word.
So we're just gonna have to get real close. But not like
Sounds like we're gonna have to swim part of it
yeah.
if there's no dock, no slip or anything. Just like Assassin's Creed. I want to see what that is, but the nearest dock is way over there. Let me just jump in the water.
It's great.
I stopped playing before boats were involved.
Oh,
I got much
Ever
better
play
than that.
Valhalla? Oh my
Not
god,
yet, no.
Valhalla is so good.
I don't know,
So
I've gotten
good.
a little bored with Valhalla, but I mean, if you're gonna go back and play one with boats, it's got to be Black Flag. But anyway,
Noted.
All right. So if you guys want to, as far as sandy beaches are concerned, that inland massive bay is actually probably going to be your best bet.
I say we
I
can keep
don't
it
think
safe.
we should. I don't think we should put the boat on the island. I mean, what if they try to destroy it or take it?
Ophelia
Or they
goes,
can't take it.
that is what I'm here for.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean,
They also can't move the boat because they wouldn't be like attuned to it as well, right? You know,
Right.
you have to like
they can
sink
still
the
burn
boat.
it.
yeah, if they destroy it, we all die. We should keep that in the back of our minds.
Let's just swim.
Stupid
Or
bots.
I will cast the spell. It's alright.
We can
I'm
just
here
swim.
for.
Let's just swim.
Yeah. Let's get close enough that we don't have to expend all of our energy to swim, but not so close that people can board our ship and burn it down.
Or I mean,
Is-
Ophelia can always take it back away.
Red, I
And-
thought about.
Yeah,
Ophelia,
yeah.
do you want to stay on the ship?
Oh, I thought that was assumed.
Okay. I mean, then
Oh.
you could just kind of. Sail
Yeah, I
away.
would stay in this area and have my bird look for you on the beach. So it'll be
Yeah,
good.
okay, that works. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah.
works.
curse Scylla for not being strong enough to carry us all right now.
You can carry me.
Is there a way for
The
you to
golden egg
contact
just
us?
kind of looks down upon Yanni as a tasty treat, or maybe something it can carry ashore. Either way. Sorry, go ahead, Estrella.
Is there a way that you can contact us if something happens and we need to come help you?
I don't have magic, so if something bad happens, we're going to fight for our lives. And don't worry.
I think
Can
I'm
you
send
technically
a
the ship's
flare?
lead.
Do we have any flares? Yeah, I was just about to say.
I mean, you could just shoot a
What's-
cannon.
What's a cat?
Surely we have cannons on this ship.
This is not Black Flag. This is Odyssey.
Hmm.
Is there a mast from which we could hang out like a warning flag, perhaps?
How far away do you think we're gonna
Hmm.
be able to see this from?
Well, you go too many miles inland, you're probably going to lose sight of us.
Exactly. We're worrying too much about it. It just is what it is. We need to make sure we know how to get back to here. And hopefully we can figure if something happens and we end up separated, we'll figure something out.
I think you druids.
Somehow.
There's a spell that nobody ever uses, but it exists, called Skywrite. I think you guys have access
Yeah.
to it, but
True.
I mean, we could also just
The
set
druids get
a-
sending.
I
I
think
do.
I think that might be outside of you guys'. No, you guys have access to that now.
I think I do
I
with
don't have it prepared.
the
if we
fate
do.
spells, but I forgot. I might be wrong. It's been a while since I've looked at the fate spell list. But I don't have it, so womp womp. What if we set a routine where while we're on the island for I don't know how many days we're gonna be here, but once night falls, sail back to this same port area. I know it's not a port, but the same little inlet. Because at night it won't be as visible, and just wait. And if we don't come, you can sail back off. That way we'll have a set destination and a set time.
That works.
Right. Well, it sounds like you're going to go on an adventure. You're going to leave Bulbuck with me, though, right? I could use the big guy to defend the ship.
Okay with
Do
that.
you wanna- I mean, we could. Do you want to stay on the ship, Bulbug? I mean, you're a free agent.
I like Thylea. I like you too. I am now part of your crew. You tell me what to do, and I do. The Minotaur kind of
Feels like the fates are
stretches.
telling us that they want you to stay back.
She's the one who knows the fates best.
You know, Yanni's
the-
right.
The overlord of the fates, then.
Overlord.
Over lady? I don't know.
Luteria?
Shh, no,
Mitros.
no, because we would do the opposite of what Letheria wanted.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
if
you can stay on
Luteria
the
said,
ship.
be alive, you would want to do opposite.
That's right.
Well, except she'd never say that.
Well, she would, wouldn't she, with you? As Ophelia just puts up a hand on his massive, just like glutes. It's like, no, just stop it there. He's going to, we're not playing those games. He's been playing them all trip. I'm getting tired of them. Oh, sorry, I said that out loud. She's like,
I'm getting tired of them too.
okay, I stay here, yes?
Yeah, protect Ophelia while Ophelia protects the ship.
All right, you see that dozens of the sailors have kind of like come to the top side. They're kind of slapping you guys on the shoulders and are whooping and getting ready for you guys to leave. As you guys jump into the water work, whatever you guys want to do, work, you know. As you guys end up getting your way towards the island, we'll take a quick break there and pick it up as you guys start properly exploring the place.
Sick.
Whoop. All right, see you guys soon. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Odyssey of the Dragonlords. So, as the group has just arrived at the island of Themis, where they're going to try to hunt down some Amazonians, you guys swim the distance between the ship as it's already kind of starting to turn away, and then incredibly quickly moves away from the shoreline. You do see Ophelia's birds circling above you guys as you're pushing through the water. Lyra, of course, is above such things.
That's true.
I'm
Brissa,
going to try and convince Scylla to fly me over. Just,
what do you say?
hey, Brisa, can your dragon fly me over so I don't get like caught in an undertow?
Bristol will look at Scylla and be like, if you want, just pick him up and go.
I'm gonna try not to be fatigued during all this, so I'm gonna waste a wild shape and turn into a small mouse to ride on Scylla as well.
You could just turn into a fish.
I
Or
mean, I
bird.
could, but that
bird.
that takes away the majestic dragon flight.
You can
Sure.
you can fly under your own power now. You're level 8.
As you
Dragon
turn-
flight.
Into a mouse. Scylla kind of like stoops down her long golden neck, kind of sniffing at you. And it like tries to lick at you. You see these huge barbs off of the dragon tongue. You're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, as you're kind of like going around. And it kind of
I'm gonna nip one of the barbs with my sharp rodent fangs.
it bites down hard. Hard. It would bite you so hard in response. But as you kind of like, it's like, it kind of like sniffs away from you and then goes back towards Yanni, kind of cocks its head to the side. And then
Hi.
with like a growling voice that seems to be kind of like percolating in the back of the throat, you just hear a
Yeah, I'm Yanni.
and then it just kind of jumps around. There's like big old bounces on the deck. Yanni.
And you're Scylla.
Saya.
Pretty close. I mean, not bad for 5 days old.
Saya. She kind of spreads out her wings, which do look beautiful. Saya. Yanni.
Quite majestic.
Saya. Yanni Saya.
I'm not sure where
Mouse
you're going with that.
noises. Mouse noises from the top of this dragon's head during all of this.
Brissa, is Yanni
So,
bonding with your dragon?
It's a little too late for that one, but I mean, they could be friends.
Scylla, would you be willing to just like scoop me up and fly me over to the shore?
Saya.
I'll say an Draconic. Just pick him up your claws and fly him over to the beach.
In Draconic, she says, Saya.
You can do it. Just pick him up. Just, like I'll pick up Yanni by the shoulders and be like, and then
Saya! Bounds towards you and just grabs Yanni as kind of takes off. Yanni just like, yeah! As she's flying upwards. And Scylla is going to do some acrobatic stunts as she's like, and kind of flying you around. Like one time just flicks you up and then tries to like pick you back up before you fall back in the water. She's going to make a check for that, but I'll have Alex actually roll for that. So Alex, please go ahead and using her scores, go ahead and make me an athletics or acrobatics check.
I do not see her.
I'm gonna just like crawl into one of her ears for safekeeping during all of this.
In one of her ears? This is a lizard.
I mean, if she's doing all kinds of flips and shit, it's not like mice have claws to hang on to this bitch. I gotta go
Yeah, that's why I was
somewhere.
curious that you had a mouse.
I'm gonna crawl into her ear.
Make me an athletics check for you as well.
You
And you
realize
should-
her
you should
ear
have
is about
access
the
now.
same size as your ear, Justin.
Yeah.
She's a medium-sized creature.
So just a strength check.
Yeah.
Athletics or acrobatics, you say?
Oh shit, but that's with mouth scores. So it's like a d20 minus 3 or something. Oh lord. Oh gosh. I think you have to look up rats. They essentially use the rat stat.
Let me pull up D&D Beyond.
And
It
her
is
HP should
-4.
her
But your
HP
dex
should
is
be
0.
50. Sila's HP should be 56, not 54. But
Alright, so roll 1d20 minus 4.
Hey,
10.
not bad. You do not fly off of it. You do not make it to the ear or anywhere near the ear. You just grab onto one of the kind of like spiny protrusions from the front of the kind of like frill that it almost has. And you're like the big old mouth cheeks are just kind of flying. As Yanni, you are being picked up, flying head over heels, and then caught again. And flicked up, and then caught again. Again, and again, and again by Scylla.
And the rest of you just hear from overhead a constant ah!
Scylla,
This
Lyra,
was a horrible idea.
and Casaria make it there first. You're kind of like take a couple staggering steps and just finally fall onto the sand, Yanni. The rest of you guys are all swimming, yeah?
Well, unless I can get a walk on water, that would be my preference.
don't waste it.
Don't do it,
Swim.
Estrella.
Make him swim.
All right. As you guys are caught in the
muted.
water, like ducks in water minus the ability to swim very efficiently.
You're muted, Estrella.
Oh,
But I
shit.
did the swimming motion, so you knew what I was doing. You just said you were swimming. I was using sign language, so.
But yeah, so you guys are going there completely without the inability to quickly move about. Suddenly up in the sky is nothing. You guys ultimately get to the beach, and a few of you are drenched in water, and the rest of you guys are maybe a little perturbed but dry.
A little green around the gills.
I'm just sitting on the beach, just waiting.
Teresa, your dragon isn't ready for a rider yet.
Silent.
She's
Yeah.
5 days old, so you gotta give her a break. She did good.
No.
Okay,
It was my idea. I'm not complaining. Just letting you know. She's not there yet.
I'm gonna break wild shape and say, but I'll complain. No need to be so flashy about it.
Saya spreads her wings out once more. That strikes a pose.
Yes, you're a beautiful dragon. Very majestic.
Say.
I'm still gonna give her glare, but go about my day.
I thought it was great.
All right. So what's the plan? Are we heading forward? What are we doing?
Swimming.
We already swam. We're on the beach.
We already did it.
Back to the boat. All right.
wanna
As you
swim
guys
in,
are
man?
rolling with Yanni, you get picked up by Scylla once more.
Oh,
My hawks last an hour, I think.
Yeah, and that was part of you guys kind of like scoping things out and flying outward and then coming back to kind of give you images. That's how you guys scoped the far side of it. So if you want to recast it, you could recast it, but
Oh no, I'm good.
So we know there's nothing that's like ready to kill us, waiting for us on the shore.
as far as you can see, yeah, there seems to be nothing right then and there.
Right?
Yeah,
So,
Hey.
you guys look around. Maybe painting a little bit more of a picture. Apologies. You guys have a huge white beach that it extends all around you. Beautiful little seashells and crustaceans within scuttling about, and you see it's kind of like the Hamptons where the steps suddenly just become this weird, kind of very coarse white beach. You can see the grass is just extending out as far as the eye can see, and overall the island is relatively flat.
you said there are
Was it-
crustaceans.
Mhm.
Can I just like put my hand down and pick one up and say, um, we're here to help the people of this island. And can you tell us where 1 second, I'm sorry. What is your sister's name? Then,
And she
The-
swam across. Thylea.
Thought it was.
can you
Okay.
can you tell us where
Thylea, right?
Thylea is? That's
Thylea.
Thylea is?
Thylea.
Okay.
Thylea. Do you know where she is?
Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? Don't
You
get me
had
fucking
said
crazy.
Thessalia.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah, before.
Thessalia.
And then the other
Double
sister is just
checking.
Leah.
It is Thessalia. My God. My brain. It's just going. It's going. Gone. Bye.
There's
It was like you were saying
there's
Thessalia and
Leah,
Thylea.
there's Thylea,
There's just Leah.
Yeah.
There's
Why?
Azalea Banks.
Tyra,
So this
there's
crustacean's
Tyra.
definitely gonna have all that sorted out, first of all.
Again, there's Azalea Banks.
Oh, no.
Thylea. Do you know where she is?
Remind me, do nymphs have a special ability to speak with animals?
I have a feat that allows me to Oh, I just closed my character sheet.
There's
Um,
also
my-
a druid spell.
Yeah, my feat allows me to do it like on whenever though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's hold on. Let me just check that out for you. It is my magic initiate feat, and I took druid and I have speak with animals.
Right, cool. That does mean you have to cast it, but yeah, absolutely. So as you cast it as part of that, the little crustacean kind of goes, and then kind of you see the little ice dogs just kind of consider you, as finally goes, are you going to eat me?
Oh.
Oh no, I would never eat you.
Oh,
I'm
I think we
sorry.
have butter.
please set me down.
Sure, you're right. I should have asked. You have a lovely
Thank you.
day.
I don't know what a Thessalia is,
Okay.
but are you
Pleasure to
going to
meet you.
eat Thessalia?
No. We're just trying to find her. We don't know where she is. So That's all.
Okay. Scuttle, 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 scuttle.
okay.
That was an opportunity to do a great Sebastian a la Little Mermaid.
I was very tempted for a second.
I want to hear David's Jamaican.
Oh no, you don't. It will likely end up being offensive. So
How'd you get banned from Twitch? Jamaican accent.
and it wasn't
In
even
an
just
entire
its nipple.
country.
But as you guys watch Astray, I kind of set that one down and kind of scuttles off. Yeah, it's up to you guys now. You get the sense that indeed, if you want to start ranging about, you can do anything that you can put your mind to. This is a wide island that is the home to the Amazons, who are just vagabonds in their own homelands. They keep traveling about. They keep setting up new, camps, and ultimately they're going to. Oh, thank you so much for the raid, by the way. And as they're going about, you have the opportunity to potentially try to approach them, to lay ambushes. What do you guys want to do? Have a vacation on the beach, whatever your heart's desire.
I mean, I still think our best bet is subterfuge.
Is what?
Subterfuge.
I mean,
You mean to
I-
go in and listen to what they're saying?
I mean, that's one approach. Also, just like I was saying back on the boat when we were talking about it. Ship, I'm sorry, I know it's a ship, not a boat. Just like one of us that can, magic ourselves to look like other people, makes ourselves look like a random Amazon, and then it's just like, hey, do you happen to know where Thessalia is at the moment?
It's either that or torture, but that one has the less amount of conflict.
Who can do that? Can someone do that?
I don't know.
Anyone at all? Who can do that? Any of us? I'm looking like.
It's me. It's me. I could do it. It's me.
I mean, I could, but I don't know if Amazon's come this short, and I can't make myself a whole lot taller.
They do.
Oh,
Moxena tells you, oh, anyone can technically become an Amazon, though we usually tend to try to make it more focused on those of the original settlers.
well, why don't we start with that? You know, if that doesn't work, we could always torture. But are you taking Rotus to? That's the guys, right? You're taking Rotus to
That was one
Thylea?
thought. That was a thought.
I never agreed to this.
Yeah. Once again, we've made 7 plans and don't know how to implement any of them.
Rotus, you're so brave. I know you're not scared of doing it. Right?
There was some sort of seed extraction plan.
Here again.
We're really good at
That
the
was-
planning.
That was one option.
That's just the
It's
Awesome.
not necessarily our best. Um,
Oh, I like subterfuge.
So, what I'm hearing is I need to find an Amazon and I need to get her to take us to.
not even
Thylea?
take us. Just tell us where to
Tell
go.
us where she is. Tell us where
Tell us
she
where
is.
to find her. Yeah.
Right, got it. I mean, yeah, I can work on that real quick. If you guys want to give me a minute, I can.
Yeah, and
Maybe-
maybe Moxena can help you, like, figure out how to look and
Oh yeah,
all that good stuff.
Moxena,
You guys
give
have
me-
seen Amazons before too, as part of the palace.
Oh right, because
they're the honor
in
guard.
The palace. Mhm,
Yep.
mhm. Okay, so,
So,
we need like buff, but not too buff. Like lean musculature, spry, probably great legs.
Tyler's only no Tinder? Like what's how it's like
Wait, but what are you wearing? Like, is it
A-
like animal
a thick
skins
ass.
or?
Thick ass.
Yeah,
Right.
lots of squats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so many squat. I mean, when you're running across the grasslands,
Totally.
She
the
go-
glutes are
She
just
gonna be on her thought shit.
yeah.
She can twerk like really well.
Oh my god.
Do we think Amazons would have long hair? I mean, long hair is kind of a hindrance when you're fighting stuff, to be honest.
A lot of warrior peoples don't cut their hair until they're defeated.
Yeah, that's true.
Very Khal Drogo. Approved.
So while Lyra's figuring out the look, I'm gonna turn to Moxena and say, so I know that your people are nomadic. Is there like a certain area of the island they typically can be found during like particular seasons, or is it always just completely on the move and
It's
can't
always
tell where you'll be?
it's always on the move. Yeah, the island itself, there's a little bit of maybe south migration that happens during the colder months, but overall they're going to be roaming the entire island. Yeah, trying to stay on the
Okay.
move.
Does it look like there are any fresh tracks near where we landed?
Sure thing. As you step on over and you kind of check things out, go to make me a survival check.
Apparently I need to reload because my character sheet won't open again.
I noticed that you keep dropping out and then going back in, dropping out and then going back in. On the
Yeah,
fingers,
I
like-
keep having issues like opening up my character sheet whenever I click out of the window to go to Twitch. You said survival? 17.
All right. You check around, and indeed, many different wildebeests have come through this area. You see great boar tracks. You see some gazelles that probably have strutted through the area, and you could probably start following some of those herds if you want to.
Are there any basilisk tracks or anything like
With this-
that would?
With the
Make it seem
17,
like
you
they're near?
can't find anything that specifically says basilisk on it.
Okay. Can I at least tell the direction that these tracks are going?
Inland, further east.
To the east. Okay. So east might be our best bet because if they follow the hunt, it looks like the hunt was heading east.
All right. Well, I've got it. Estrella, are you ready? Okay, don't blink. And then I'll do a real quick spin. And I'll cast Disguise Self. Yep, so we've got long. You know how some people, when they're out in the sun for a long time, they get like natural highlights from just like the sun
Yeah.
bleach in their hair? So, like, sun bleached brown hair, leather breastplate, one of those cool skirts that are just made out of leather straps, gladiator sandals, obviously,
Mhm.
and just super fit. Like, the most buff, but like swimmer fit.
Mhm. You look perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yanni can technically do it too if you want Yanni to turn into an airstone.
I can only do it like a
Yeah,
limited amount though,
I
and
can do it a
apparently,
lot.
yeah.
I can do it. Honestly, I could just do it to like I could just and then I'll just change and my hair will turn black.
Maxena kind
Somebody's
of goes,
clicking through
I like
the.
this one better.
So now do it like we're clicking through the options on the character generator.
Yeah, my eyes just randomly change colors.
Oh my god, we're gonna spend 2 hours here if it's anything like what I do there. This is the whole night, folks.
Yep, that's
Do I
pretty
Get
much
like
a
this
little
Skyrim
hair
for me.
better or
shorter,
this
get a little
hair?
taller.
Like, no, go click back. I think it was phase 22. Go back to phase 22.
Yep.
All right. As you guys start heading eastward, well, the rest of you guys are not disguised. How do you guys want to start approaching the island? Are you guys quickly trying to chase after tracks? Are you guys trying to get carefully? We can set this into roles. So who would like to do what, and how would you like to do this?
Question? Just to verify what's in my head. It's kind of more of like a low rolling hills, open plains thing. Not really much in the way of cover.
There are, as you look around there are large rocks. There seems to be just like fields of boulders every once in a while. But other than that, small copses of trees, but yeah, very, very interspersed.
So we're trying to be stealthy here, basically, and not be seen by any roaming creatures or anything. This might be a good pass without a trace moment. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am
I-
probably gonna break off to find an Amazon though, so
I
you
have
guys
it
don't get caught up in that.
Wait, where is it? Pass without trace. There we go.
Yay! So
It's
stealthy.
pass without trace only. It's only when you're close to them, right?
Yeah, double check how long it
Maybe
lasts. I
30
think it's like,
feet.
yeah.
It's 1 hour.
But you have to stay within 30 feet.
30 feet.
Right?
Yep, 30 feet.
And you don't have to cast it if you don't want to. I think Estrella was trying to say that she would cast it. Right? Or
No,
did I misread that?
I would love to, but I did not prepare that.
Oh, fair enough. All right, cool. As the rest of you guys are kind of starting to slink off and through this stuff, who would like to lead the group in stealth? I'm trying a slightly different format here, so having like group leaders rather than like everyone kind of getting potentially fucked. I just want to see how it goes, like with somebody having a poor stealth roll.
I'm probably the stealth guru.
All right, then go ahead and make a stealth check for the group. As Lyra, you fly off. You're going to make me a perception check, and then who wants to keep the lookout for the group?
And then also, Yandy gets a +10 to that since I cast Pass Without Trace.
I have a +7 perception.
All right, go ahead and make that perception check for the group.
Makes me nervous. Is that okay?
Also,
Sure.
I'm not gonna fly because I don't want to.
Oh, you're not?
Yeah, because I want to find an Amazon, but I don't want to make it obvious that I don't belong here.
I mean, Wonder Woman can fly and she doesn't have wings.
I mean,
They travel by themselves? Is that going to look super suspicious that you're by yourself?
I mean, currently,
they're Aarakocra too. I mean, you met an owl Aarakocra. Technically, now with the new stuff, it's an owlin, but I'm gonna say it's an owl Aarakocra back in Mitros.
True. Yeah. You're right.
well, and
Maybe I
also,
will fly.
also in theory, if you fly only 30 feet above me, you should still be in the Pass Without Trace zone now.
But
Yeah.
your stealth roll is gonna have some serious negatives on it
You-
for being up in the air.
You cannot stealth if you're in plain view. that is the rule for sure.
I'm trying to run into people, opposite of everyone else.
It might make sense if you were one of the bird folk, or even, I mean, hell,
I'm
for
sure
that matter, are there sirens among
I was about to
the-
say, I'm sure, David, would I know if there's siren Amazons?
Generally not. That might have changed with Thylea taking a little bit more of a religious foothold amongst the Amazons, but if you ask Moxena, she goes, no, that would be unheard of.
Yeah.
bird folk, like the Aarakocra, the owl folk,
Right.
things like that? They're here.
Moxena, that's you?
Yep.
That's you.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, okay. But I
maybe that's the better way to go, because then you can just fly around until you find somebody. You know, bird's eye view, literally.
I will get rid of
Begrudgingly.
this rockin' bod and turn myself into an Aarakocra.
What a shame.
Like a really pretty one.
Yeah, a really pretty bird person.
What color is your plumage?
Oh my god.
I
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, what do you look like?
If I had to think what kind of bird person would be an Amazon, it would be like a hunter bird. So probably if you made a hawk anthropomorphic, that's probably what I would turn into.
Okay, but do they have a ref card? We have to really get into some of the details here.
Yes, it's like a lot of earth tones.
Call back.
All right, as you fly off in your
Hello.
hawk person, as you the rest of you guys keep walking, Larry, you can obviously travel much more quickly. Go ahead and make me a perception check if you would.
Okay, I'm bad at these.
All right, and then last but not least, Alex, please roll me a d10.
You guys
Oh,
gonna
that's
get
a
in a
D12.
fight when I'm not there?
Alrighty, as you guys travel for a while, you guys end up traveling for over an hour. The Pass Without Trace does end up dropping off of you guys. And as you look about, you do not get any direct sense of anything. And you guys are flying, like you kind of try to keep eye distance so you can keep seeing them as you circle about them a little bit more. As you ultimately do see something. Up in the distance, there seems to be a cloud of dust and, just dust that is kicked up into the air. There's something moving quickly. Somewhere to the east.
No.
It's not moving, it is. Rhodas? It's a dust storm now, Brian decided. I don't know what he was reacting to with the no.
I just don't like it. It's scary.
Oh.
Moxena leans.
Is it coming towards us?
It seems to be moving northward. So kind of like, as you guys were moving eastward, it is currently moving northward. Kind of like at a perpendicular.
Okay. We should slow down then, and let them pass us by potentially. And then maybe we can follow them. Maybe they're going back somewhere.
I mean, they're clearly going somewhere.
Mhm.
All right. I said we let them pass so we don't run into them, and then we follow them.
Moxena kind of looks across you guys and it's just like, I know you are, a friendship oath and all of this stuff, but you really don't have a leader, do you, huh? You know, if you're just a little, put one person in charge, you're going to be much more decisive with these things.
I just decided. Let's go.
All right,
We like
leader
decisions.
Brissa, I like this. You're going to make a good Dragonlord.
Rhodas doesn't like it.
And seeing how kind of like you kind of flush red with that, a little bit
Uh-oh.
of more glowing, Moxena gets an even bigger smile on her face, like, yeah, boy. As you guys kind of like settle down, try to kind of keep your heads down. It seems like the cloud moving off. I should ask, Lyra, are you still flying as this is happening? Are you trying to approach this cloud, or it certainly seems to be non-natural, like something is moving.
Do I think the cloud is people?
It could be people.
I
How
would.
how high do you fly?
I mean, there's not really like tree cover, right?
Mm-mm. It's just the
I wouldn't-
hills, if anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't need to get very high up to be able to see. So maybe like 30, 40 feet. I don't know.
As you kind of fly upwards, off in the distance, you see three large creatures that are weird and interesting. They seem to be mammalian of some kind. In fact, they how to describe them? They have weird, shaggy orange fur, a long tail that kind of ends in what seems to be almost like an ankylosaurus is kind of like weird club of some sort. As they have huge hooves, as they're running across, they have a huge looking kind of face that ends in like these weird antlers that curve to the side, long pointy ears. Behind them, however, those three are kind of
Oh.
like going through, and they don't look great. Behind them, however, you do see that there seems to be a half a dozen or so mounted Amazonian warriors riding on rhinoceros backs, and you can see little basilisks kind of like incredibly quickly, more quickly than you would have ever guessed a basilisk be able to move, kind of skittering in front of them after those three things.
They sounded so majestic when you were talking about them at first, and then you put the picture up, and now I'm sad.
By the way.
Once again, I've gone into a reconnaissance mission without thinking about how to do it.
You look great though.
I know, right?
Which god are you gonna kill this time?
Oh,
I mean, if we're staying on brand, probably Valis, because the Amazons are her little area. I guess I would just fly up to the group that's trailing the awful looking boar things.
so you follow after them. Yeah. What do you let the rest of the group know?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I can talk to you in your head, as long as you're only 60 feet away. I say in your head.
Oh. Oh.
Hi, sorry, it's me, Astrea. Hi.
This you can't like hear my thoughts, can you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Yep. All you have to do is think. I can hear everything you're saying. You look great.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, your feathers are so pretty. Yeah. So if we stay within 60 feet, I can talk to you this way.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. So there's a group that have these weird, ugly boar things. That's what's causing all this dust. So I'm probably gonna go talk to them and see if I can get one of them isolated.
Tell the group. She's gonna go talk to some boars. She thinks she can isolate them and talk to them.
How does she know they're boars if she hasn't talked to them yet?
How do you
It
screw
could be
up
quite
two people
interesting
in
and
telephone?
fascinating.
There's two people in this telephone game, and somehow we still screwed it up.
Amazing.
What? She can see them. She's flying. She can see the boars.
I got you. I'm caught up.
Okay, we're right behind
What
you.
good's the boars?
I don't know. That's weird, right? Go get them.
Yeah, I'll just fly towards the group.
Alrighty. as you take off. The rest of you guys, do you follow behind Lyra where you can see her flying, or do you guys kind of hunker down and stay as leader Brissa said?
Yeah, who are you gonna listen
Following
to?
Lyra. Obvi.
How far away is the group going?
I mean, they're booking it. They're on rhinoceros back, and these creatures that they're hunting are pretty damn large themselves. So it seems like this is moving relatively quickly.
I say we should stay. We don't want to be seen and then give away her cover.
I
I'm on
mean,
his side.
we're not going to
Your
be
side.
seen as long as you guys don't stray too far from me.
And you'll
Well,
have to
trust-
recast it. Over an hour has passed, just as an FYI.
Well, I trust. Well, I trust your
Oh,
spell. We do have a giant, a dragon with us. That's golden. So it's a little, easier to see. So it's,
Shaya!
yeah, good girl, good girl. Yeah, but we should. I say we stay back. Just out of eyesight, and then if something goes, we can book it. But if we start hearing something, she can fly right now, so she can get out of there pretty quickly.
And so it
Yeah,
was
I think-
decided.
I
Sorry,
think
go ahead.
I agree with her, keeping a distance.
are there any bushes or rocks to hide behind?
A
Maybe
little bit, yeah, but
Try and find as much cover as we can. Yeah.
You can just stay behind a hill.
this is Miramar from PUBG. All right, Lyra, you fly after these guys, and you actually do see as the Amazons are kind of running these large creatures into what seems to be a large field of pretty sizable, like big-sized boulders. One of them kind of puts up a fist and kind of pulls at the reins of the rhinoceros. The rhinoceros itself has a beautiful kind of leather saddle that has just like carved into it different scenes of Amazons fighting. You see, indeed, all of the six mounted warriors are female warriors, and they range from a dragonborn to a human to a couple elves. So you can see, again, it's just set the races represented here. There's actually a dwarf as well. And you see, high above them, actually circling, are 6 stim phase as well. As they've kind of come to a halt, you see the basilisk kind of go up to their side. They seem to have little blockers on the side, like I forget what they're called for
Blinders.
blinders. As they're smoking, they have like a little hat on. It's like suddenly the Peaky Blinders. But as they have those little blinders on, they kind of look around and seem to kind of like focus on you. You feel like you're not close enough to feel the magical effect, but these basilisks are certainly checking you out. As suddenly
I still don't look.
there's a hail coming from the Dragonborn Amazonian, and she goes, "Who goes here?"
I'll land because it's polite.
Everyone knows that.
That's right.
Point
Manners,
landing?
people.
Who's your tribe?
I actually am not part of a tribe. I am from Mitros. I actually sailed here. I met Valus's honor guard, and
They all reach
They
for their
really-
weapons.
they really inspired me to kind of lead an Amazon life, and I
Take out their weapons. Those are
Spoke to Valus.
outcasts. Who
oh
are you? Oh no. As you very quickly catch on, oh no, those Amazons at the palace aren't good with the Amazons of the island. So you have
Do you guys
met.
think that maybe we should have sent Moxena with her? Because Moxena knows. Like,
yep, she probably
the
knows
culture
that.
here.
She probably knows that.
You think Moxena would have told her beforehand, though, too? At the
She's
same
probably
time,
doing fine, right?
while we were
She's
planning.
probably fine.
I mean, she had a very clear plan. I don't know why you're trying to involve me in this.
But I didn't know you guys weren't friends, but they told me that this is where you guys lived, so that's why I came here.
They look at each
Sorry.
other, very confused. Why would exiles send you to our island?
I mean, you'd have to ask them. I don't,
The basilisk kind of fan out around you. You see the rhinoceroses are starting to get a little bit more unruly.
I mean, if that's not cool, I mean, I can go back. I chartered a ship here. I could just leave. I just thought it would go a little differently.
Who are you?
Oh, right. Yep. Introductions. Sorry. Manners. Terrible. My name is Lyra.
That doesn't respond with a name herself. She just goes, "Where is this ship of yours?"
It's like that way.
Who has come with you?
I just paid for a crew. I didn't really learn their names. People will do things for money without a lot of chat. So
It's straight. You traveled for weeks along the Cerulean coast. Get here.
yeah, I really
do
wanted to be
what?
I wanted to be an Amazon.
Kind of looks you up and down. Make me a deception check.
Goddamn right. Gonna be bad. 18.
She looks at you very closely. It's like, we have nothing to do with the exiles who bow before Valos, the false goddess. Whom do
Yeah,
you worship?
I didn't realize that. I'm super sorry that I even brought them up. I didn't know you guys weren't on great terms.
Oh my god, it's like you walk into like gang territory. It's like, so sorry. Totally just thought this was like a nice after school activity or something I could pick up
I
and
thought
put on my
all
resume.
Amazons were friends with each other. I'm so sorry.
You know, that is a little offensive. Really.
Yeah, once again, bad manners. I apologize profusely. Who do I worship? That is a good question. I've been kind of on a spiritual journey as well as a physical one, so no, it's kind of all up in the air, really.
This is the most confusing day for this hunting party they've ever been in. This fucking Kokoro lady just appears out of nowhere. It's like, hey y'all, I met these Amazons that are not cool with you guys, and they're like, just go to that island, and this is gonna be fine. And you can
If you just
see
confuse people a lot, they don't ask a lot of questions.
they're all completely shook as they're just looking at you like, if you want to live the Amazon lifestyle, you will have to bow to our traditions. Are you ready to do this?
What is it?
For one, you will do battle for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I mean, that checks out.
You prepare yourself for the great wars to come.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that in Mitros. Everyone's kind of freaking out that stuff's about to go real crazy in like 58 days.
Again, kind of like a confused look upon you, like,
55.
Oh yeah, she doesn't remember.
it doesn't even matter, right? Again, very weird specifics that you have. You will have to be inducted in a tribe.
Do I get to pick?
Tribe picks you.
Oh, it's one of those things.
Did you really? What? Where did you grow up? Who are you? Are you one of those rich Mitrosians?
Oh god. Oh no. Mm-mm.
How could you afford a ship to charter here? I have More questions now. After you answered these questions. Than I did when you first arrived. What is going on? Thylea, are you playing a trick on us? The Amazon's kind of like looking to the skies as well.
Is that who you guys worship?
Of course. By the grace of Queen Thylea. Does it kind of like do a weird kind of like a festive salute across their chest?
Yeah, yeah, I can get down with that.
You see this bronze-skinned dragonborn kind of like a wide smile appear, toothy grin kind of showing through as she goes, "The people that you've come with, the sailors you paid, how many men are there?"
Oh god, I don't know. They kind of gave me like a group rate. They didn't give me a number. They were like, it's just gonna be this much gold.
Maybe.
I can go get them.
Yes. Use them as sacrifice for the grandeur of Luteria and Thylea.
I mean, yeah.
Are you willing to do this?
I mean, I'll get my money back, so...
Make me a deception check with advantage. Cheeky bastard.
22.
You can tell that she's like almost onto you, but it's like you're just saying the things that you think are now the right things, and she kind of just looks at you. Lead us to your ship, and we will take them prisoner for you and induct you into our tribe. You've come a long way.
You know, if you want, I could probably just get them to come back. I mean, I'm the one that paid them, so they'll listen to me. If you just want to tell me where to meet you guys, or if you want to send someone with me to take me back here, I can just be like, hey, you guys are still, you know, on the cut of my pay, so just come with me.
Across each other. We have orders to hunt down these Catalepras. Bring your people here to these boulders, and we will ambush them. Set up a fire, and we will know that it is time.
Yeah, can I have a guide? I'm obviously new here, so I don't know. I just don't. I'll get lost. I'm so bad with directions. That's why I had to pay people to bring me here.
Creatures we're hunting are incredibly difficult to kill. We will need every warrior for this. She kind of looks at you again. It's just kind of like squinting eyes. Bring them here. This will be your first test.
Okay. And then where do we go after that? Do you guys have like a cool, like, campground? Or...
Yes. It's the KO Amazonian.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, give me a couple minutes.
Minutes.
I'll just...
Now she kind of perks up. They sleep close.
Well, I mean, they can't fly. It might take a little longer.
Mm.
Actually, now that you mention that. Okay, give me like an hour.
She kind of just nods as she whistles, and you see all of the Stemfey kind of start to fly towards the northeasterly direction and into this boulder field as the Amazonians kind of turn their rhinoceroses around and start fanning out looking for these creatures that they're hunting.
Yeah, and if you guys hunt those things, like, let me know, because they're gross. And if we're killing them, I'm also on board with that.
They're used for... well, you'll learn.
But I'm already feeling real, like, invited, and I'm down. So I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll fly away.
To everyone's surprise, Lyra reappears alive and unbloodied.
We're all surprised.
How'd it go? Did you find out where they make camp?
Okay, so here's the thing. I think I've accidentally joined the Amazon tribe.
What? That's not what you were supposed to do.
It's not.
You were just supposed to tell them that you. Nah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right. So what's the next move?
Well, they do all worship Lutheria. And on that
Okay.
same token, I told them I chartered a ship here, and they want me to bring the rest of the crew to this spot so that they could ambush them and kill them all as my like initiation into the Amazon tribe. Obviously, I'm not going to do that, but I do know where that little ambush spot is. So while they're waiting to ambush little old me with my money that I used to pay for sailors, we could ambush them and kill them and leave one of them alive, and then I could get them to tell me where Thylea is.
How many were there?
How many were there?
6.
6. There were 6 of them. One was this really cool dragonborn. Hopefully that doesn't go against your little pact of not killing dragons, Brissa. I don't know how it affects things.
We
When
fixed
they're-
that. That's no longer an issue.
Oh, cool, because they seem like the leader, so either that's going to be the one we want to kill or that's going to be the one we want to keep alive. It's really 50-50. But yeah.
Why didn't you
I-
just like say you were an agent of Lutheria and then like summon, your little imp guy and then be like, oh look, I can summon my imp guy and like I can, I'm here on behalf of Lutheria.
Yeah, that probably would have gone over better. Yeah.
Oh, Brissa, when did you get so smart? I mean,
Is
that
it-
was a plan that had nothing to do with the dragon. I'm impressed.
Thank
I
you.
don't know. Moxena, do Amazons have familiars other than Stimface? If I had summoned Lutheria, would they have been like, what the hell?
Usually we do not. No.
But you wouldn't have been an Amazon. You would have been like an agent of Lutheria, right? And it could have worked out too. But
I mean, I could change and go back if you want, but it'll probably just confuse them more.
I say we do the ambush thing. Is there a good vantage that we can sneak up around them on where they're trying to ambush us?
Well, they're hiding in like this bouldery area. They do have 6 of those bird things that
The
oh my
stem
god,
fan.
I can't remember his name.
Minos.
Minos. Jesus Christ.
Who's that?
Bummer.
I'm on a spiritual journey right now.
Wow. Wow.
But no, they did have 6 Stimfae, so but I think they also went into kind of the boulders to ambush us, so we might not have to be super careful. But we could definitely sneak up on them and take them out. There's only 6. They do have rhinoceroses. So
I still think that's a made-up word.
yeah, I mean, you should see them up close. They were large, and they were also hunting those ugly boars that are also large. She told me what they were. I don't remember their names. It sounded like capybara.
Did they have the basilisks that Moxana told us about?
Oh, yeah. Yep, they did have basilisks too.
Sounds like a lot.
It does sound like a lot of
I
people for us
don't-
to kill.
Honestly, I'm very surprised that I am here talking to you right now because I did not know what to say to them, but somehow they believed it. But that also means that they want me to join and kill the crew. So
Hmm.
So do we ambush them or do we like hide from them and then follow them back to their camp?
well, they're expecting me to be back in like an hour. Probably like half of that now. I had to fly back here. Oh, the basilisks did have blinder things on, by the way, so it might not be as difficult to not look them straight in the eye. I'm sure they have those so that they don't accidentally get petrified. So the basilisks might not be a huge issue like they were last time we fought some. I mean, they'll still be an issue, but maybe less of.
That's something.
Hmm.
But I mean, I'll have to go back, whether or not we're fighting or trailing. And they're also expecting me to return with a ship crew so that they can kill them. So I mean, if I just didn't show up,
Did you tell him how big the crew was?
nope.
Could it be a crew of? Is Moxena with us?
Mm-hmm.
Could it be a crew of 6?
I mean, it could, but then we would still end up fighting them, right?
Moxena, you're very quiet. I feel like you are kind of the key here. Do you think this is crazy? Should we go take them out?
Oh, we should definitely take them out. We should kill all but one of them and have them lead us to wherever Thylea is
Do
hiding.
you think that's possible with us? We can
Of
take them
course.
out.
We are the light of Thylea, heroes of the prophecy.
Yeah, that's true.
What I say?
So we could ambush the ambushees. Ambushers?
So we
Ambush.
Yeah.
All right,
Alright.
let's ambush them then. Yeah, we can sneak up from behind and ambush them. Let's do it.
Okay, I can turn invisible.
I mean, I could just show back up and be like, guys, the ship left, and I'm sure I'll distract them enough that they won't be looking out for you guys. I'm so sorry, Marissa.
Almost.
I'm so sorry.
I should know better than to drink when you're speaking, so that's my fault. My fault.
But like I couldn't keep them focused.
How many rounds is it going to be before he accidentally casts a confusion spell in these poor Amazons just by virtue of
-1.
really confusing them?
It's already happened. This is the precast.
I think I'm already confused, so maybe it already
You know, it
happened.
would be real helpful if I wanted to do that. Enthrall. You know what I can't do? That, because I can fly today. Thanks a lot, flight.
All right, well, I can charm person.
But we won't need that. You
Doesn't
guys are
matter.
gonna
Oh.
ambush. But yeah, I can just go back and be like, crazy story, guys.
Let's
And
do
I'm
it.
sure we'll have to go through another round of questions. They seemed very confused last time, so I'm sure their focus will be pulled, and you guys can just kind of, you know. But it'll also get them out of their hiding spots, so.
All right.
Sound good? Does that sound like
Okay.
a good idea?
Mm-hmm.
Moxena goes, let's just kill them already. I've been waiting for this day. And rolls her shoulders.
You can just come with me if you want, Moxena.
Oh, no, I want to make sure that we do this smart. I didn't survive as long as I did, being stupid.
Which one are we keeping alive? The Dragonborn? Just
Yeah,
so we
I
know
think
to-
they were like the head honcho of the group, so
Great.
That probably means they're going to be harder to convince to tell us things.
that's okay. We have magic for that. So yeah.
All right, just to clarify that I understand how you guys want to go about this too. You're going to fly by yourself again, trying to find them. What do the rest of you guys do? Do you guys move into the boulder field?
No, we were gonna try and like sneak around
Yep.
and get to them from behind.
Behind what? So
Wherever.
the original
behind
thing,
them.
this is a reminder for Tyler as well. You're supposed to lead the group into the boulder field because they're hunting down these things. Set a fire to kind of signal that it is time, and then they were going to come to you.
Right. So new plan is I was just going to go into the middle of the boulder field and pull focus because that's what I'm good at.
So you set the fire, they come, and then once they come, then we come.
Right. Because
Okay.
then
So-
they'll see that I don't have people with me.
Can we
So
be
scout
hiding?
scout
You
ahead.
know, within range.
Here's my thought: scout ahead from the air. Make sure that they're not already laying an ambush.
Oh, they
If
were
they're
already
not-
hiding before I left.
No,
Oh.
they went to go hunt those things.
Oh, I thought the Stimfey went into the boulders.
No, the stem phase scattered up above to you guess now thinking back to
Okay.
find those things.
Gotcha,
So-
gotcha.
That's gonna make laying an ambush
Okay.
trickier.
Could we be hiding in the boulders, right? And then when they all come into range, we all attack at once from, well, those of us that can attack at range, right? So we get a
Yeah,
surprise attack.
That's
And
true. I could
then-
just light the fire and get them to come over.
I could try to make it difficult where they could not move when they get there, maybe something like that. So they can't move very well.
I think we can make it work.
I feel like we're just springing their trap on us. Like we should, but if we want to do that, we can.
Oh, you mean, right? I see.
Okay, well, okay. So what if you guys follow me from a distance, 60 feet, so that I can still communicate with Estrella, and I'll light the fire, get them to show up. Obviously, they'll see that I'm not with anyone, and then I'll let Estrella know that they're there, and you guys can start circling them, I guess.
I like that better than us just being in the boulders and than springing the trap on us.
Yeah.
How are we gonna avoid their eyes in the sky?
I'm hoping when they see that I don't have people with me, they might just bring their Stimfey in.
Or they'll send their Symphony out to look for people.
That's true. Also an option. So maybe just kind of stay. I mean, there's no tree cover, but maybe just kind of stay as concealed as you can.
I mean, maybe.
Yanni, do you have any magic that you could like conceal us all or anything somehow? Magically,
I can-
possibly?
I mean, I could conceivably turn 3 of us invisible for an hour.
All right. Well, I mean,
The 2 druids could turn themselves into critters to blend in.
What if we just light the fire and then go away and then wait till they go to the fire and then attack them?
Yeah,
I think that is what she suggested with attacking from the boulders, yes.
yes. And hopefully surprise, so we get a jump on them, you know, and hopefully incapacitate them somehow. Maybe at least some of them, where it's not so much all at once.
That'd be good.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah. So just follow me. And obviously, I'll let you know. I'll let
Alrighty.
Estrella know.
As you fly ahead, you guys ultimately travel into the boulder field itself, and indeed, it's just a massive field. It's weird to think how all of these huge rocks came here when there's absolutely just no mountain range to speak of that. There must have been, years and years of erosion and washing up of the sea. How exactly it happened is interesting maybe to the nerds amongst you. But as you guys are being led by Lyra through the stuff, you can hear off in the distance. This must still be hundreds of feet away, but you can hear the cries of some kind of creatures north that the Amazonians must be hunting. As you guys push into the boulder field, you'll be able to kind of move yourselves around. It seems like they're currently still busy with the hunt, if that is something that you want to check out.
And the hunt is to the north.
What if? I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like
As Brissa runs out there by herself, I'm just kidding.
I thought we were like getting our hiding spots.
Yeah, I know that's with you.
I mean, yeah, I'll sort of take Brissa's lead and follow behind her.
do we want to make some people invisible? Do we want to have the druids hide in plain sight as critters?
I think that's the hide in plain sight is a great idea, Yanni. We should do that with the druids, and then for the other like 3 invisible, yeah, we could potentially do that. Yeah. Or you could save the spell. I mean, these rocks are pretty large. We might be able to hide ourselves pretty
Yeah,
easily.
but they've got eyes in the sky.
That is true. That is true. We're not gonna be able to make us all invisible though, so I don't know how much it's going to help.
Is there
No,
any
but-
like is there a place to hide where we could have cover, like, and not be seen, could we get underneath a boulder? Is there any sort of
Underneath
place
the
like
boulder? I mean, you have magic, so you
underneath.
tell me, girl. What can you do to get yourself under a boulder?
Not underneath,
Push
but
a
like
boulder.
so like as we're searching for a spot, right? Because I couldn't we just get like, for example, if we're hold on,
You tell
clicking
me.
onto it.
I want to
So,
hear the creativity.
on
If there's something, if you can come up with a crazy and persuasive
Yeah.
tale, I want to hear it. I'm dead
I mean,
serious.
to me, it looks like right here, right? Like if I like scooched underneath there, like you couldn't see me from above, right?
I'm assuming this is the center.
I mean, that seems to be a spot where you could probably set up a fire, but because you guys kind of have the let's say, advantage of being able to kind of set the battlefield here, you can set it anywhere you want to.
Oh, that's true. I'll just wait for everyone to find their hiding spot.
To answer your question, you think that, yes, Yanni has a point in terms of you guys probably being able to be seen from up above, depending on where you guys are located.
Well,
I'm gonna move up to here.
You all just gonna hide behind the same boulder.
Not all of us.
I-
We're
it's
split up.
where are we gonna light the fire, or where's the battle gonna go down? Because
I mean,
that
Lyra's
is-
lighting the fire.
Yeah.
where?
I'm gonna wait for you guys to figure out where you're hiding, and then.
What if Moxena's sitting there, just hood drawn and all that whatnot, and then like she can just go boo and turn as many of them to stone as she can right out the gate.
Yes, I could
Oh,
try
that's-
this, even though I don't like being at the front for whomever might then try to strike at me.
I'll be
Don't
with
worry.
you. I'll be with you.
And we can like here again. I can turn up to 3 of us invisible. We can have both of the druids right there. All they got to do is pop out of their animal forms.
Yeah. And Rodus could just be sitting right next to you, dissolve around you, invisible.
I'm not turning into something that I can fight as. It's for me. It's waste my study for me to.
I think
Yeah.
just hiding will be good enough.
Okay.
I don't want to be the one that gives us away, but
I mean, we've also got a decent sized bright gold dragon to hide.
This is a big rock we're behind, okay?
Yeah. Rock.
That's fair.
Alrighty, what
All
do you
right.
guys do to set up?
What if I turn Moxena invisible and then she can just be like poof right out of the invisibility and they didn't even know she was there?
Oh yeah.
I do like being invisible.
Yeah.
But wouldn't her like little stair thing break the invisibility?
Well,
I
yeah,
think that's the idea.
Yeah.
But, it's
but
like a
they wouldn't know
sneak
she was
attack.
there.
Yeah.
It would just be like Lyra could just be like, "Hey, what is that?" And then she just like,
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
I like it. Let's do it.
The oldest, most childish trick actually works out to be an actual Gorgon.
So I can make like vines come out of the ground, and try to grasp anything in a small area.
Yeah.
So they could perhaps be restrained.
Yeah, if you can do your thing that like pulls them all together, and then she can do the restraint thing, and then they're like all together and like and restrained, and then
it doesn't really pull them together. It just slows them down.
Oh, I thought you
But
pulled
I'm gonna try that slowing them all down trick, like the bigger one.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
that would be good.
is that bad for me to be near? Should I move?
No,
before
it's
you do that?
it only hits who I want it to.
Okay, man, I wish my magic was like that.
There
Not
will be
all
a
of
fire,
mine.
right? I can make the fire get much bigger, and much bigger. Let me see that.
Like a
Double?
little bigger.
I can double it. So if it is a 15-foot fire, I could make it 30 feet.
I'm just making a little campfire, I think.
Yeah, I think if I was them and I rode up and it's like, wow, that's like a massive bonfire. Is
Like
it homecoming weekend or something?
I start a brush fire.
She's a really excited recruit.
I mean,
Um,
I could set this whole little area on fire if I wanted to.
Let's not.
Okay.
All right. Well, I can
So who wants to be? I can, like I said, up to 3. So Moxena, me, one other can be invisible to get the drop.
No, do you want to be invisible and be right up in the front lines? And then you can just like Udra.
Okay, so woman who takes charge. Yes, Rotus, you're going to be at the front, like Barista told you.
Ooh. Eesh.
Somebody make me
Protest.
invisible. Somebody make me
Have I-
invisible.
All right.
you look so strong. Have I ever told you how big your muscles are?
I'm not gonna look like anything here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Now this will only last an hour. Are we sure they'll come running when you light the fire, or do we want to wait until like we see them on the horizon, kind of a thing?
I said we wait until we see him on the horizon. Maybe maybe Lyra does like a
Yeah, I could fly up.
just some type of signal. You choose the signal.
Well, I can.
When she
Yeah.
lands?
That weird intrusive mind thing with Estrella again. Can you just do that all the time?
I can talk to you all the time. I say in your head.
I don't know how I feel about this, but we can. I can just tell Estrella when I see them.
Works
Correct
for
me
me.
if I'm wrong, but it's one-way telepathy, right? Unless you have detect thoughts up.
Oh, only detect thoughts lets you do it to like a radio.
Is it?
I don't
It's
know.
the feet, right?
I've never actually looked at the feet.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
have.
it's you can talk to them, they can't talk back.
Oh.
But you
He's
just do what
whispering
Yanni
it to
said,
Mike.
and you just fly up, and then when you see them, you land, and then
Yeah,
Yanni
yeah.
pops invisibility, and then they can walk up invisible, and then we enact our plan.
Sounds great.
Or you can
So-
send Goldie up to be the spy.
Oh yeah, Goldie, just fly around and let us know when they're coming.
As Goldie goes, I'm going to die again, aren't I?
You're not.
Probably.
You're not.
I mean, it's inevitable.
100%. You will probably be the first thing the Amazons go for.
Oh, I don't like this. Why does it always have to be me?
I mean, it could be Lothario. I can.
Would you?
That's an option. And he can be invisible and
no.
up in the air, right?
That would just confuse them more if I was like, by the way, this is my imp who follows Utheria, because at first I was like, I don't even know who that is, so...
Yeah, you should have led with the Lotharia thing. I think it would have won you like major bounty points, and I probably just would have spilled all the beans.
Yeah,
Let
well,
the cat out of my room. Right back.
we're gonna get the beans anyways, so... But yeah, I mean, I can use Lothario.
All right,
Have
Goldie,
him tell me when they're coming.
come back. Goldie,
just thank
grab
you.
my shoulders.
I still.
Where are you
do
lighting
I
the
have to be
fire?
there for the fight? This is not going very well for us for a while.
I think you're gonna be nice and safe, and there's basilisks there, and I know you help protect me against basilisks.
As Lotharia pops back out. So there I was, telling them, where the fuck are we at now?
We are somewhere. No, I'm just kidding. We're best friends now. This is Themis. We're about to kill a bunch of Amazons, and I need your help.
Ooh, Amazons are good fighters, though. I think
Yeah,
they're
and
going to
these
kick
ones-
your butt. You sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
But then again, if you do get kicked butt by Amazons, this could be good. Sure. What do I need to do?
So I'm gonna light this fire as a signal for them to come here because
Start the fire.
nope, you're not allowed to sing that song anymore. That's on the no list.
Ah.
So I'm gonna light a fire and get them to come here. I need you to go up into the air, turn yourself invisible, and let me know when you see them.
It's not a very healthy relationship where only you get to tell me things and I don't get to tell you things. What about a no-no list for you, huh?
Tell him.
I asked you what you wanted last time we had a brunch date, and you were like, "Oh, I want jewels," and they were expensive, and I'm working on it.
Well,
So-
in the meantime, no more telling me things go on my no-no list.
You trying to be the boss? That's
No,
going on the no-no
I'm
list.
just trying to put some
No,
healthy
That's
boundaries
on the-
between us,
that's-
all right?
That's on the no-no list now.
I'm not, this is not being bossy, this is me just trying to set boundaries.
I'm okay with setting boundaries,
Good.
but
You're rude
this
if
is
you
also
didn't.
not a two-way relationship.
Wow, I feel like that crossed some boundaries that I didn't want to have crossed in the first place.
I know, it sucks. So if you could go ahead and fly up and turn invisible, I'm going to light this fire now. Thank you.
I cannot. Here, force me. You like it.
That's what I was doing. Go ahead and fly up and turn invisible.
Turns invisible, flies upwards.
Are you lighting the fire over there? Where?
Kind of in this circle of where I'm
Where
at.
you are?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I would have already done this. I'm just gonna scooch on over here.
Excuse
I thought-
me.
yeah.
Excuse
I thought you
me.
guys were-
Scooch on over here where I
Amazing.
can cast. from,
Oh,
like,
you're
maybe-
just moving to the other side. Okay.
Oh,
thought you
well, I
guys
just
were-
want to be within 30 feet. I'm
You're
just gonna
pretty sure they're going to
scoot-
come from the north.
Yeah, so
Well
that's
said.
they're coming
Oh!
from the north.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
we-
gonna
It's
scoot
Thylea
over
runs
here.
back over.
She's just, while I'm waiting, she's just running
Really?
to different boulder.
Really trying to find the best spot. That's all.
You come
Do
back
I
a little bit
feel
so they don't see you. Just a little bit.
okay? Okay. Oh, can I? What about over here? Over here? That looks super hidden.
Yeah, that looks good. That looks pretty good. It's a good spot.
What if they come from the west? Okay.
All right.
Yanni, Moxena, and Rhodus are going to be invisible. Where do you guys want to be?
I want to put myself where I can easily try to catch as many of them as possible with a slow spell out of the gates. So probably somewhere where I can, with my movement, get to where I can catch as many of them up in, if they're coming from this direction, either this way or this way. So I'll probably stay about where I'm at.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Kasari, are you turning into a beastie? Oh shit, Justin. No.
Justin. Justin, wake up.
Oh no.
Nope.
The Dread Pirate Roberts is here
Okay.
for your soul.
Not the Dread Pirate.
Estrella, will you turn into a beastie?
Do I feel pretty hidden where I am? Like I'm like crouched down. Just
You're
tiny little-
you're hiding, yes?
Okay. No.
Okay. All right, what we'll do
I
then?
only have two. I only have 2 wild shapes.
And that's
use
fair.
them for damage.
Oh, that is true. I mean, that is your story form.
That's how
turns
I
into that.
damage,
Mhm.
so I can't.
They-
It's
they
not. I'm
do
not
come
a
back on
not
a
a
short
moon
rest.
druid.
Yeah, David makes a good point. They come back on a short rest, but beside the point. All right.
Estrella wants that starry form damage.
As the light goes up, and we'll talk about what Casaria wants to do. When Justin is back with us, the flame, the bonfire in the middle of the place, kind of goes up as Lyra, you kind of like stand around, and it takes probably another 45 minutes or so before Lutheria finally goes. Your friends are coming. The fuck am I supposed to do now?
Thank you so much. Okay, goodbye. And I'll
What?
dismiss him back to the pocket dimension.
As he disappears. You guys can hear the hooves of the massive war beasts that are the rhinoceroses kind of approach and then
I
stop.
am going to cast my 4th level invisibility.
Ready.
I'm gonna hold and entangle for one. Can I do that? Are we doing that now or no?
No, only
Yeah.
because
It would last quite a while, and holding something is technically only 6 seconds.
yeah, and another thing with that one is like preparing actions. You can only prepare a action in combat. There's a whole reason behind it, but long story short on that one, no.
Okay.
However, as the Amazons, for all you know, are starting to approach, the invisibility mask the 3 of you. I would like everyone to make me a stealth check, and I'll call that out here in a second. And
I don't
Goldie is still out,
right?
right?
He's with me, like on my neck, yeah. Like
Okay.
he's like part of me, really.
Oh, that is a cute way to think of that. I love that Matt Mercer is a good man for that, but oh my god, yes, they are absolutely valid targets.
I don't think it did what you wanted it to do.
Yeah, I don't see a button for stealth.
Son of a
Yeah,
gun.
it just says rolled.
Shucks. Let me delete that.
Unless
No.
unless our rolls were good, then we should keep it.
Should just be
Did you roll nat 20s for everyone?
Yeah.
trying it one more time. How about now? No, I see it now. It
Nope.
just says rolled. Well, that is silly bananas. Oh,
Nat 20s all around.
And it says it like
Mhm.
9 times. There's not that many people here, David.
yeah, there is because Brissa has 3 personas.
Oh, right,
And
right.
there's just part of her. All right, go ahead and roll the stealth checks. And as you guys are kind of like trying to hide behind the rocks.
Oh, you got to be
Oh
freaking
my
kidding me.
god.
He's invisible.
Yeah,
Which
Well,
allows him
doesn't
to even hide in plain sight, but beside the point.
Yeah, surely you get at least advantage on that.
it actually
No.
doesn't, unfortunately.
Oh my god.
Invisibility's kind of a piece of shit in 5th edition.
Oh.
Well, Goldie rolled really well. The other dragon did not.
It makes sense. One is giant. One is,
That actually, yeah, that does make perfect sense. Even though, for some reason, Skilla has a better overall modifier than Goldie does. And that is hilarious to me.
Because Silly uses your proficiency bonus, right?
She does. She does.
Amazing. All right, Moxena's going to make her stealth check. Casaria, I'll just roll for her really quick. And actually, I won't roll for her. We'll pick back up next week with Casaria's roll since we don't have Justin. We're about to go into a combat. I just don't want to have him suffer through that. I'm feeling it a little bit myself too. I told you guys I was a little low energy. Well, shoot, we made it another week without combat. Oh, yeah. But no, at least we're going to be picking it back up right into Slaughterfest time as the Amazons are starting to approach from the north here. I'm excited. Also, by the way, I just wanted to do a shout out for the map maker of this because I love this map. It's beautiful. It's Dice Grimorium, Grimorium. Not sponsored or anything, just a really, really cool map maker that I wanted to shout out. We will be looking for another stream to raid here in a second. But yeah, dang it. I can't believe.
What's Rodus's stealth?
Why is
What is
Virtus down
Virtus?
hit points?
Because he's just so buff, he hurt himself? Why are you down?
I
hit
show
points?
max 82, 82.
Oh,
10,
because
10.
you have like a thing that is like for some. Oh, I think. Did you try to apply the temp HP too?
That
Yeah.
was it. Yep.
Yeah, the plus max is going to increase your max HP. But anyway. Nice.
Whoa.
Nice. He got a 19, y'all.
Wow.
All right, cool. I'll be looking for another stream really quick that we can raid as well together. Tyler, once again, sent by himself in the middle, or I should say Lyra, sent by herself in the middle of the enemies. Oh my. Ugh. If you want to make a
It's
new
just what I
character, we
do.
can just talk about that. You know, that is always an option.
No, I'm really starting to like this one.
Starting to. We're what now? 39ish, 40ish sessions deep. I'm starting to kind of develop feelings for this character.
She's kind of grown into her own.
It's true. All right, cool beans. Let me look at another one to raid, and then we'll be good for the week.
I feel like these are a bunch of rangers, so they're gonna have like really high perception. So they're just gonna be like, "Oh, look at all this!
Yeah, this is it's a terrible idea.
There's 9
They still
people
can't-
just right there, guys."
They still can't see me, but they might hear me or smell
Yeah.
me or something.
Which means
Yeah.
like they'll still try and attack you, but it's like with disadvantage, right?
Mhm.
So why are we doing this? Marissa asks. Estrella
Because
has no idea.
We
This is
thought
a
we
terrible
would
plan.
stealth better.
I mean,
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
not all bad. We'll see how it goes next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week again, same time, same place, Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. I don't know why I have to tell you guys it's on Twitch because we're literally watching it on Twitch right now. Anyways,
We're on Twitch right now.
what?
Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna get this raid started. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.